Ready?
Good evening and welcome into Harrah High School. Todd Lisby along with Drake Vitito. Blanchard Lions football is on the air. And Drake, we are into district play tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by the Wolf family. We appreciate all of you watching on the stream and also listening on Classic Rock KRXO tonight. We will thank all of our sponsors as the night goes on, Drake. But as we start district play, the Blanchard Lions, I think you could say, have had a lot of coachable moments and are still 3-0, which is a pretty good thing.
Yeah, and 3-0 against, a majority of really good teams that are probably going to be in a conversation here towards, late November when it comes to playoff seeding. So first off, welcome back for you.
Thank
I
you,
know
brother.
you had to do some travels up north for the UCO Broncos, but we love having you back. And I know you're very close to Harrah, to a lot of people here. You're very known in this community.
I do feel like I'm seeing my old friends when I come here. I went to church in this area for pretty much my entire childhood and have a lot of friends from out this way. And, my dad's coached at a bunch of stops in eastern Oklahoma County, which is what Harrah always kind of considers himself. So, I went to high school in Luther, so they're kind of our Kickapoo Turnpike brothers now, Harrah.
You've kicked a lot of field goals here, haven't you?
I practiced here a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tonight we got a game between Harrah and Blanchard. Blanchard at 3-0, as we mentioned, and the Lions last week finish off that non-conference slate, or non-district slate with the win over Guthrie. You were there, Drake. I was watching a little bit as I was doing my travels. Tell me your thoughts on that game last week.
I was really impressed with the poise that this Lion team came out with last week. Obviously, Guthrie, we're talking about teams that are going to be in conversations at the end of the year of the last teams of 5A that are going to be playing the game of football. I think Guthrie's right in that conversation. A lot of playmakers for that Guthrie squad on both sides of the ball, and I just think the back and forth that was last week's game, last Friday against Blanchard and Guthrie, the team handled it well, whether it be turnovers, down and distance, third downs, long and short. I just think that they had a great poise about them, and they ended up needing it. Commanding leads and coming back from deficits has been a big storyline early, going back to that Newcastle game, being down, coming back late in the game, and then holding that lead against Guthrie was really huge. And just a team that's, very senior-laden, very upperclassman-laden. It was awesome to see just the poise that they brought to each game. But you're right, district play starts now. You may not get the best mix of teams as far as, how good they are, and I think we're going to see here that we'll get to the keys of the game, needing to start early for this team, but a great non-district performance all 3 weeks for this Blanchard Lions team.
All right, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we will meet the starters and get you ready for kickoff here at Harrah, where the Blanchard Lions take on the Harrah Panthers tonight. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood, and LB.
Welcome back to Harrah, where tonight the Blanchard Lions take on the Harrah Panthers in the first district game for Blanchard tonight. And Drake, our game tonight brought to you by the Wolf family. Let's meet our starting lineups, brought to you by Brightway Insurance tonight. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball for the Lions, where across the offensive line from left to right, Braden Heffernan, left tackle, left guard Gavin Rich, center Kate Saunders, right guard Luke Meeker, right tackle Jace Jackson. The wide receivers, Cole Watkins, Reston Vickery, Brayson Carter, and Corrick Pierce. The tight end is Nathan Mosier. Noah Smith at quarterback. You'll see Shattuck Squires probably get some run at quarterback tonight as well. Running backs Vaughn McIntyre and Gunnar Fugit in the backfield for the Lions.
Yeah, let's go with defense. The big boys up front, that D-line consisting of Braden Heffernan, Cade Saunders, Luke Meeker. Your linebacker group, Cole Watkins, Braden Stacy, Braxton Rinkin, Gage Ellison, and then your corners and your safeties, Reston Vickery and Jackson Oliver, your corners, and Court Pierce and Brayson Carter, your safeties. Blanchard defense, one of the things we talked about all throughout that non-district play, just really being a rallying point for Blanchard. The offense isn't going. If there is flow happening, just them being able to just shut out opponents' offenses. They've been really, really good and a strong focal point for this Lion team so far this season.
Brightway Insurance, the sponsor of your starting lineups tonight for the Blanchard Lions. Drake, before we get going, give us the keys to the game for you tonight.
Yeah, like I hinted in that first segment, I think one of the biggest things against a Harrah team that, if you remember last year, Blanchard ends up being 3-0 going into that halftime against Harrah. I don't think Harrah is as good as they were last year, so starting off early and just knowing that you're going to be better across the field than the team that you're playing against, just starting off early is really imperative, and not just giving Harrah any hope at the start of this game. You're going to be better than them on both sides of the ball, and just starting early, that's the biggest key to the game. But also, probably with this district schedule, how it lines up for Blanchard, getting, some guys that haven't gotten some run in that fourth quarter, just being able to run out your opponent early in the first three and maybe get some guys that haven't been playing as much in there to get some reps.
Yeah, I was very fortunate in high school to play on some really good teams.
Yeah.
And there are games you go into and you're more talented than the other team.
Yeah.
But momentum can carry you because they are obviously jazzed up to play a team, the defending state champs in Blanchard. So the more mistakes you make, the more Harrah can hold on to that momentum early on. And like you said, you want to get that taken care of early and then maybe get some reps late. But it is a district game, and this is where, Drake, all the pre-district now is out the window. Your playoff seeding depends on how you play in the next 7 games.
And it's an intriguing spot for Blanchard too, right? Because I guess the only comparable game you could do for the Lions team this season was Noble. Obviously, we expected more from Noble, and it just ended up not really coming together. But this is a team that I think Blanchard knows that they can beat. Let's see if they can get out early, maybe put the pressure on Harrah to do something. But it all starts on both sides of the ball for Blanchard. We'll see how they respond after a really good non-district schedule.
Harrah in black uniforms, blue helmets. Blanchard in the road whites with the maroon numerals trimmed in the gold this year, the new look.
Like it.
For the road whites. Jackson LeGrand will kick it away for the Panthers. It's a high, short kick. It's going to be fielded at the 28-yard line, up to the 30 to about the 33, 34-yard line.
Return by number 12, Derek Palmer.
That was Derek Palmer on the return, who was one of the upbacks. So kicking it away from Brayson Carter and Corrick Pierce, not a big surprise there.
No, not at all. Really excited to see what the O does here. I think it's a really good test to just come out and go out guns a-blazing and, like I said, put the pressure on Harrah. So we'll see what they can draw up here. Noah Smith looks like to be the guess we should note, first outside game for us, fourth outside game for this Blanchard football team.
No. So if we get cramps tonight, that's fine.
That's right.
Noah Smith is your quarterback. Brayson Carter, Corrick Pierce, Cole Watkins, Reston Vickery, the receivers, and Vaughn McIntyre is the running back on first down. Smith drops, has lots of time, fires one deep over the middle for Pierce, and it is incomplete. Pierce had his hands on it. It was a little bit on the shoulder. He wasn't looking over, and he couldn't bring it down.
Pass is incomplete, intended for
not a bad throw there for him. Noah Smith just a little bit behind Corrick. Corrick was able to stick behind that secondary and just get it a little bit over Noah Smith's pass was. But a good effort. Really like the shot there, honestly. You want to put that pressure on early, and that's what the Lions tried to do there on that last play.
Watkins and Vickery left, Carter and Pierce to the right. Now Vickery goes in motion left to right. It's a handoff to McIntyre. McIntyre veering right, fumbled the ball, and Harrah recovers it. And it's an early turnover for the Lions as McIntyre lost control of the ball, and it's recovered by Jeffrey Ramage.
Yeah, this is one of the things that we were talking about pregame, not giving a team that you're better at any hope. And that fumble there, that was number 2 on Coach Craig's keys to the game, not only getting off to a hot start, but not turning the ball over. So a little bit of a double whammy there on the other side of not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So obviously we've seen this Blanchard defense be really good in spots like this, so we'll see if they can come at it again.
37-yard line for the Panthers on first down. The quarterback, Joey McLaughlin. McLaughlin handing off on first down right up the middle. Nice hole inside the 30 to the Blanchard 28. That's Titus Johnson, the senior, on the carry for Harrah, a 9-yard gain.
We were talking to Coach Craig about this Harrah offense, just how they kind of tick. You're going to see a healthy mix of pass and run from this team, but I don't think it's a team that necessarily wants to lean into the pass if they don't have to. If they're not going to find success early on the ground, I don't necessarily think they're equipped with the weapons to pass the ball. So we'll see if then Blanchard can force them into some passing situations here.
2nd and 1 from the 28. McLaughlin has Johnson behind him in the pistol. Hands off to him again. Has the first down and continues to drive all the way down to the 26-yard line.
First down.
That's a 2-yard gain, but on a 2nd and 1, that'll move the chains for the Panthers.
Really good test here for the defense. Obviously, we were talking about it in pregame. You know you're going to be better than the guys. Not only better, but you're going to be bigger than the guys that you're going to be lining up against. It takes a lot of heart to get up for a game like this, one that you're supposed to win. So it's a really good test here early for this Blanchard D.
10:45 to go first quarter. 1st and 10, Harrah at the Blanchard 26. McLaughlin has Johnson to his left. Hands it to him on a sweep going right. Johnson gets a good block and again has a nice first down run as he lowers his head to the 20-yard line. Tackled there by Jackson Oliver. It's 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Really good formation there from Harrah. Obviously lined up in a trips left that right side of the field open. Colin Oliver, the only guy right there to stop it. But interesting run design here for Harrah. Basically picking one side of the field, stacking the other, and just running at you.
Got an official timeout before this play. Looks like maybe we had an issue on the sideline, maybe with the chain gang, not 100% sure. But now we'll rewind the clock, and it's 2nd and 4 for Harrah at the Blanchard 20.
Oh, boy.
And now we've got another issue.
Is it the band?
Yes, it is the Blanchard band.
They stopped right away that time.
So it's 2nd down and 4 at the 20-yard line. Hand off to Johnson again, left side. Johnson near the first down, has a nice gain to the 17. It'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Panthers.
I thought the rule was the opposing band could play when if Harrah's on offense, the Blanchard band
the other way around.
Play. It is?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can play with your own team. Interesting.
3rd down and 1 at the 17-yard line for Harrah. Pistol formation. Hand off to Johnson right up the middle, and he's got the first down to the 15-yard line. I don't think the Harrah coaches are real happy that their band's playing either while they've got the ball.
Well, that's how it was at the Newcastle game. Even though Blanchard had the ball driving down the field, Coach Craig still signaled for his own band to stop playing. So
another first down on a 3rd and short for Harrah. 1st and 10 for Harrah at the Blanchard 15. McLaughlin with Johnson behind him. Another handoff. Johnson, this time not much there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
Good job for Blanchard that time as Gage Ellison came in to clean it up, but Braden Heffernan got the initial penetration to break up that play.
Yeah, Heffernan with a really good job there. Beat his guy right off the block. Running back didn't have much of a choice but to choose one lane, and Ellison, like you said, plugged that lane perfectly. Really good stop. You want to get them into long. 2nd and longs, 3rd and longs, that's what's going to be the key here, starting off good early.
8.5 minutes to go first quarter. McLaughlin with Johnson to his right. From the 15, looking right, throwing right, pass is high and incomplete. Tried to get it out there to Braden Palmer.
Hitting for number 14, Braden Palmer.
And it will be a 3rd down and 10 now for Harrah.
Yeah, you kind of saw it right there. Harrah trying to complete that pass on a little bit of a right side curl you saw on your screen. Not a particular play or just passing in general that I think they're too comfortable with. Obviously, Harrah got a little bit of a position advantage right there. Still couldn't corral it in, just a little bit high throw. Really good adjustment here in the red zone for this Lion defense.
3rd down and 10 for the Panthers from the Blanchard 15-yard line. McLaughlin in the gun again. Hands to Johnson up the middle. It's about 3, 4, maybe 5 yards as he continues to
Johnson on the carry.
pump his feet down to the 10. Tackled by about 4 different Blanchard Lions there. It'll be 4th down and 5 from the 10, and Harrah looks like they're going to go for it.
I was about to say, we always have to ask ourselves this question.
Watch
Do they
the
have a
ball
kicker
here.
that's good enough?
Watch the ball here on a 4th and 5.
Yeah.
McLaughlin in the gun, and his own player move. It'll be a false start on Harrah, and makes it 4th down and 10 now.
You saw that same formation that was really good for Harrah early. They're stacking up one side of the field over there on the left and just leaving that right side open for their running back to go potentially one-on-one with a Blanchard defender. Obviously, kind of X's that out now after the false start, so we'll see if they get forced to pass.
4th down and 10 from the Blanchard 15. 7:42 and ticking to go here in the first quarter. 4 receivers to the right side. Is rolling that way as McLaughlin. Looking, stepping up, throwing across his body, and it's caught. An ill-advised pass, but it's caught at the 3-yard line by Devin McNeil, and it's a 1st and goal for Harrah.
It'll be a Panther first down.
Yeah, that pass looked like it had about 3 defenders all over it, but a little bit of a thread-the-needle situation there. Had a receiver right there where the Blanchard defenders weren't, so tough 4th out right there, but see if Harrah can punch it in here.
So 12 yards on a 4th and 10 for the Panthers, and it's 1st and goal. From the right hash. Johnson behind McLaughlin in the pistol. Shotgun snap, handoff, and hit in the backfield and stopped for a loss. As that was Luke Meeker that time that came in unblocked and got him for a 1-yard loss.
Really good job there, English, by Luke Meeker. Pretty much unchecked by that Harrah offensive line, so he took advantage when he wasn't going to get touched. So really good job there by Luke Meeker. I actually interviewed him last week on the coach's show. Really intense guy, but has a little bit of a funny side to him. He's definitely one of the more punctual guys on the team, if you will.
Harrah's had the ball almost half of this first quarter, which has got to be part of the game plan for the Panthers as well. McLaughlin hands to Johnson running left. He turns it up, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Harrah. So the Panthers capitalize on the Blanchard turnover, and Harrah leads this one 6-0 with 6:20 to go in the first quarter.
Here at about the first 7 minutes, of the game. Definitely not how Blanchard drew it up. About as bad of a start as you could get, fumbling it there on the first offensive possession and letting the run game get established for Harrah. Couldn't have asked for a worse start if you're this Blanchard Lion team.
Jackson LeGrand on for the extra point. Travis Tabor will hold. The kick is up, and it's good. 6:20 to go first quarter. Harrah 7, Blanchard 0. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
Your Harrah Panthers 7, Blanchard 0.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Four-yard touchdown run for Titus Johnson, and the Harrah Panthers lead Blanchard 7-0 with 6:20 to go here in the first. Todd Lisby along with Drake Vitito. Short kick again. This one's going to be taken on the run. It's loose, and Harrah recovered it. This is about as bad a start as possible for the Lions as Harrah recovers it at the Blanchard 38-yard line.
On the recovery.
Just not a great game plan right now. Everything's a little bit unraveled. Haven't really been able to get into the game this Blanchard team has, but like you said, Todd, the worst start you could think of, and with Harrah being able to establish the run early in that first drive, they're able to eat a whole lot of clock if Blanchard doesn't make some stops here early.
1st and 10, Blanchard 38-yard line. McLaughlin with Johnson behind him. Hands to Johnson right up the middle. Nice hole down inside the 35 to the 34. He's a good little running back.
Yeah.
He got 4 yards there on first down.
Running back in the QB for Harrah is going to be the notable players to keep an eye on for this Harrah offense. They're really what makes this offense work. Like we said, it's going to be running the ball predominantly, but some passes have been able to get through, and that's really what accounted for that first score for Harrah. So got to tighten the screws right now if you're this Blanchard defense.
2nd and 6 at the Blanchard 34. Johnson behind McLaughlin in the pistol. High snap, handled, hands to Johnson right up the middle, and not much this time, just about a yard straight ahead. Ran into Colin Cooksey there in the middle of the defensive line for the Lions. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 coming up for Harrah, and they have shown that this is 4-down territory for them.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the advantages for this Blanchard defense is that you know they're going to lean so heavily on the run that if you can do your work in these early downs, the 1st and 2nd downs, force them in 3rd and longs, you feel like you're going to be able to take advantage of that one-dimensional play calling that they might take. Obviously, that pass was a little bit of an anomaly, but if you can keep that pass down, the running game is going to be fine.
Timeout on the field called by Harrah. We'll take it with them. 5:03 to go first quarter. Harrah 7, Blanchard 0. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research.
Third down and 5 for Harrah at the Blanchard 33-yard line. McLaughlin hands to Johnson, running right, bouncing outside, big hold, and there's a flag coming in. He does get down inside the 30, but that was Cole Watkins that time who got bear hugged to the turf right at the point of contact of that play, and it's going to move this one back for Harrah and make it a 3rd and long.
Cole Watkins, definitely one of the more physical defenders on a team full of physical defenders for this Blanchard Lions defense, but really good job getting up in the grill of that offensive lineman, giving him no choice but to cause a hold, and this one's going to be coming back. And you really got to take advantage here for this Blanchard defense. Not a great start to this game for you on both sides of the ball. This is a really good rallying point to go and force a punt.
7-0 the score. Harrah with the lead. Just under 5 minutes to go. 4:57 left here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 15 after the penalty back at the 38-yard line. So Harrah needs to, at the 43-yard line. Harrah needs to get it to the 28-yard line. McLaughlin has Johnson to his right. 3 receivers that way as well. He rolls right. He looks right. He steps up. He throws one. It's caught at the 39, turning back to the 36-yard line. Short gain that time, but caught by Devin McNeil, who had the big catch on the 4th down in the last drive, and it's going to set up another 4th and long. This one will be a 4th and 9 for the Panthers from the Lions 37.
Really good discipline there from Gage Ellison, obviously playing in between 2 receivers, just trying to keep everything in front of you. Harrah had no choice but to take the short game pass, forcing a 4th and long.
4th down and 9 at the Blanchard 37. 28 is the line to gain for the Panthers. Empty backfield for McLaughlin, who looks to throw, gets max protection, throws deep left side, and it's incomplete. Had a receiver out there who couldn't run under it, intended for Braden Palmer, and now Harrah will turn it over on downs, and Blanchard will get, with 4:02 to go in the first quarter, their 3rd offensive play of the game right here.
Yeah, not great. We talked a little bit about it pregame, getting off to a bad start. Not ideal for this team, but we were talking about the size advantage that Blanchard was going to have in this game. As long as they can keep this offense on the field, I think they're going to be able to lean into a little bit of that run game, just as long as these running backs don't fumble. Still think you're sitting pretty for this Blanchard offense, just can't make any mistakes.
1st down, Smith fakes the handoff, looking right, Throwing across his body, Carter, nice catch across midfield and gets down to the Harrah 47-yard line. A First United first down on a gain of 15 for Brayson Carter. By the way, did not do this pregame, but our injury report tonight brought to you by Blanchard Animal Hospital. Drake?
Still just Hudson Perryman. Been out all season with that collarbone injury. Got it injured at a camp at UNT. But other than that, no notable injuries tonight on both sides of the ball for Blanchard.
Tonight's game brought to you by the Wolf family. It's a 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 47-yard line. Handoff to Fugit running right side inside the 45 and churns down to the 42 for a 5-yard run on first down as Vaughn McIntyre goes to the bench after that early fumble, and Gunnar Fugit's looking to take advantage here.
Yeah, not only do I think Blanchard has a huge size advantage and will be able to take advantage of that run game really well, but we don't say enough. I mean, we say stuff to the moon about, the skill position guys for this Blanchard O. I think they have a big size advantage on those outside spots as well. So you saw there that pass to Brayson, found a really good spot in the open for that zone coverage. It's going to be there all night.
2nd down and 5 from the 42. Smith hands to Fugit, hit in the backfield, gets away from the tackler, gets to the 40, 35, still on his feet, 30, still on his feet, finally down at the 27.
Gunnar Fugit on the carry.
They'll mark him down at the 27-yard line. Gunnar Fugit with a 15-yard run on a play where he was hit 4 yards in the backfield.
I thought that play was going to get blown up, but that was a great individual effort there from Gunnar Fugit. Those are the little plays, right? Those little plays they'll spark you up, even though this is a game that's hard to get up for. Those are the little ones that make you care a little bit more about the game that's being played, and with the score being the way it is, a lot of momentum riding on this drive.
1st and 10 Lions at the 27. Smith hands to Fugit again up the middle, bouncing outside right, again runs over a tackler at the 25 and gets down to the 21. Fugit running like a man possessed, 6 yards on that one.
Yeah. Big credit. I know we don't talk about them nearly enough, but those big guys up front is giving a real nice push to this line of scrimmage. Guys like Gavin Rich, Heffernan, already talked about him on the defensive side. Cade Saunders, Luke Meeker, Jace Jackson, guys that don't get enough love night in and night out. They do the dirty work up front, and they're doing it right now in the run game.
Something you don't do things like that without a good strength and conditioning program as well for the Lions. 2nd down and 4. Fugit again gets a handoff, running left, has room. Inside the 15, jumps in the air and flies down at the 12. A flag comes in. We may have a hold on the Lions here out on the edge. It was a late flag.
I was about to say, I didn't know if you could, jump with a defender right in front of you in high school, or is that a weird rule that I'm thinking
that
is
used
not
to
a
be
thing?
a rule, but I don't know if it still is.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a hold on the edge.
Personal foul.
And I'm not 100% sure what that was for.
All they said was personal foul. Huh. What could it have been?
Coach Craig is trying to get the explanation.
2nd and 13.
And he doesn't seem real happy with it. It will move it back to the 30, and it'll be 2nd down and 13. Maybe it was for jumping over the defender there.
Yeah, not quite sure. Obviously, we don't see that a whole lot in high school. Again, good extra effort there from Fugit, but not quite.
I think there used to be
not
a penalty
sure if you
called
could do that.
leaping.
Really?
Yeah, where you couldn't do that. But I thought that was taken out, but rules are different at every level. It's a 2nd down and long from the 30. Smith right side in the flat to Carter. Carter turns it up, gets hit and ran out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Pass is complete to number 1, Brayson Carter.
So he only gets
Brought down
a few there.
14, Braden Palmer.
That's going to set up a 3rd down and 9 for Blanchard at the Harrah 26-yard line.
Obviously, in no man's land here, you're playing for 4th down if you don't get it here on 3rd. So got 2 plays to get those 9 yards. Really liked that last play design. You're putting the secondary into a decision where you got to cover the middle or you got to cover the flat. Really good read there from Noah Smith to pass it down the flat, get a chunk back for the Lions.
Minute 19, I should say, to go here in this first quarter. Handoff to number 22, Fugit, and he's hitting the backfield for a loss.
Fugit on the carry.
Hit back at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down and 11 after that 2-yard loss, and Blanchard in no man's land here will go for it on 4th down as we roll under a minute in this first quarter, and Harrah with a surprising 7-0 lead.
We've seen Harrah mix a couple of their blitzes in, obviously linebacker heavy, but it was successful the last time. Just a really good effort from Gunnar Fugit to escape from that initial tackle, but that linebacker for Harrah was to not be denied this time around. So got to check those guys. They've been unchecked so far in this game.
Fourth down and 11 from the 28. Smith pressured, throws across his body, and it's incomplete. Smith couldn't get anything on the pass intended for Nathan Mosier. And again, the blitz gets to Blanchard, affects things, and Blanchard turns it over on downs, and Harrah's got the ball back with the 7-0 lead.
Yeah, got to be able to call those, right? That's 3 times in a row now where number 7 for Harrah has just gone unchecked after the blitz. Got to be able to identify it, know you're down the distance, just know the situation that you're in.
It'll be 1st and 10.
It's not a great start for Blanchard with the end of this first quarter looming.
Should be the last play of the first quarter here for Harrah. If they keep it on the ground, it will be. As Johnson behind McLaughlin in the shotgun. Pistol formation. Handoff Johnson looking to bounce it outside right. He gets the edge. He turns up. He lost the ball. It's loose, and Blanchard recovers it.
Oh, they're calling it down?
That is a horrible call if that's what they're calling it.
That's bad.
There is no way he was down.
No, there was
the referee blew his
way.
whistle too quickly, but he was not down. And they are calling this second down. That is terrible.
Not good.
Everyone in the stadium saw the ball come out there, and it was called down.
Very rarely do we get the action of a huge play right in front of us. We saw that clear as day.
Even the Harrah fans can't believe that was called not a fumble, and it's second down and 5. Just a horrible missed call there.
It's a really good sell job, too, by the Harrah coach, pointing right to the ground.
Well,
right
the official blew the whistle too quick, which
Yeah.
is why they probably called it down. He didn't look to see if the ball was out or not, and that's going to end the first quarter. So
regardless,
after one, Blanchard not playing well. It's 7-0. Harrah with the lead. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. You are listening to Blanchard Lions football.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical speeds for lightning-fast uploads and downloads. Get your family school-ready with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Sign up today at GoPioneer.com.
Welcome back to Harrah, where after one, Blanchard trails the Harrah Panthers, 7-0 the score. Todd Lisenby along with Drake Vitito. Addison Scott back in the Classic Rock KRXO studios for those of you listening on the radio.
Ashley Robertson.
That's right.
Taking the place of the great Nate for us tonight. I mean, she's always here. I guess we should note that.
Yeah, if the great Nate is watching or listening tonight, we want to wish him the best. We hope he gets to feeling better.
That's right.
Second down and 5 from the 33 for Harrah after that missed call at the end of the first quarter. McLaughlin handoff left side up to the 35-yard line.
Rance Ridley on the carry.
New running back in the game that time. That was Rance Ridley, the senior. He gets a couple, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Is that a football name?
Rance Ridley?
Or more of a soccer name?
I say it's a good football name.
Good football name?
Yeah. That's a good football name.
It's a precarious spot for this defense because if Harrah goes to the run again and finds, the success that it had, you're going to look at another 5 to 7 minutes off the clock where your offense is not on the field trying to come back.
This is a big play here. 3rd down and 3 from the 35. Harrah needs to get it up to the 38. McLaughlin, high snap, throwing left, knocked down.
Pass is incomplete.
That was Cole Watkins that got in the air and slapped it down. It's 4th down, and now Harrah's going to have to punt it away.
Really good recognition there from Watkins. Really having a good start to the game here on the defensive end. Was able to read that pass and was able to bat it down. Really good response there from the Blanchard D after Blanchard offense that was driving down the field and was halted to a stop.
Braden Palmer going to punt it away for Harrah as Pierce and Carter are both back. Pierce in the shorter position, Carter back behind him. So Pierce almost working like a lead blocker out of the I formation.
I like
here.
that. We've seen them do a little trickery, too, on some fake tossbacks. So
Palmer punts this one away, end over end. Carter says to let it go, and it gets a good Harrah bounce all the way down to the 25-yard line in Blanchard territory. So that's a kick of 50 yards, 40 yards with no return. And it's 1st and 10 for Blanchard from their own 25.
You know, it's really funny. One of the other keys that we talked about with Coach Craig at the coaches show on Tuesday, not as pivotal potentially in a game like this, but now you're starting to see how important it may be with Blanchard fighting from behind is field position. Harrah gets their touchdown after an inopportune fumble on the Blanchard side, and you're seeing now Blanchard's having to work longer distances. So got to play disciplined football if you're going to be working a larger part of the field like Blanchard has here early.
1st and 10 from the 25 for the Lions from the right hash. Smith hands to Fugit. Nope, keeps it, throws it left side, and it's incomplete as it was nearly intercepted by Braden Palmer, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, give credit to the Harrah defender right there. Really good recognition. Saw that it was going to be a screen pass in the flats and just took his offensive player with him. So really good recognition there. I really thought it might have been behind, a pass that was behind because he started running. It was a throw on the run, but lucky break there for Blanchard. Just got to recoup.
2nd down and 10, 11:02 to go first half for Blanchard from their own 25, trailing 7-0. 4 receivers, 3 to the left on the wide side for Smith. Smith, straight drop, 4-man rush, has time, floats one deep into double coverage, incomplete. Watkins tried to reach out and grab it with one hand. There is a flag down by the quarterback, and we might have a roughing the passer here.
That was the first time, at least that I saw, that number 7 goes for Harrah, goes with the blitz again, and it was caught this time by the Blanchard offensive line. Good subsidiary block, too, there by the running back for Blanchard as well to help with that block. So
it is roughing the passer, so it's going to move the ball forward 15 yards. And Blanchard will now get it out to the 40-yard line on that penalty and have a new set of downs. 10:54 to go first half, still trailing 7-0.
Got to take advantage of the opportunities you're given here, especially if you're gifted 15 free yards. This Blanchard O has not really been able to cook, if you will. Just haven't really been able to find a rhythm. So this is a great opportunity, maybe even take a shot downfield.
1st and 10 at the 40. Play clock at 10 as Blanchard's going to have to hurry here, down to 8 now. Smith with 4 receivers, play clock under 5, takes the snap, looking left. Has time, floats one left for Carter. Carter goes up, makes a great grab inside the 45, down to the Harrah 42-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 43. Grayson Carter with that catch with 17 yards and a first down, and just like that, Blanchard's in Panthers territory.
Wasn't quite a shot, I would say. I guess we'd call it a mini shot, a little bit of a wheel route there.
Well, we saw they jumped that screen last time, so this time they wheeled it out.
Make them pay for it.
And to be fair, that was pretty well defended. That was a good throw and catch.
Went up and caught it at the apex, going backwards as well, just not the easiest catch. Good catch there.
1st and 10 as Harrah nearly jumps, doesn't go across the line, so no penalty for offside. Fugit moves from right side to left. Smith in the gun, hands it to Fugit right up the middle, breaks the tackle at the line, gets inside the 40 and down to about the 38. Good hard run before he's tackled by Isaiah Osborne. It'll be a 2nd down and 5 after that 5-yard first down run.
Me and Coach Craig had a little laugh Tuesday about the RPO game and how well it's been working for Blanchard, but it takes some time. Got a lot of new quarterbacks in for Blanchard. And it's just some of the stuff where you're making reads on certain plays, making reads on certain guys, and it just takes some time to perfect. But I think Blanchard's doing a whole heck of a lot better than a team down in Norman trying to do some of that stuff.
2nd down and 5 from the 38 for Blanchard. It's a fake handoff to Fugit, throw right side, slant route to Pierce, caught inside the 30, first down to the 26.
Pass is complete to number 3.
Noah Smith to Corrick Pierce on a little play-action slant. That'll gain 17 yards and give the Lions a first down.
I think you're going to see a lot of zone coverage here from Harrah. We were talking about the mismatch in size. stuff like that's going to be there all night if that's what Harrah's going to allow.
Handoff to Fugit is Blanchard going quick here, and Fugit only gets about 2 yards before he's pulled back by big Braylon Flowers. He's one that they really like here. He's a freshman, 6'3", 225.
You do some scouting? You do some scouting?
I just know people here.
Right, right. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, 6'3", 225. He starts on both sides of the ball. He made a good play there. It's 2nd down and 8.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
Lions still looking to get on the board as we're under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. 7-0. Blanchard trails Harrah. 2 receivers each side for Smith. Hard snap count. Harrah showing blitz. Smith takes the snap, hands off to Fugit. Nope, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and runs down to the 15. Noah Smith faked me out. Well done.
Same.
Fugit got tackled on the backside, and Smith runs it down to the 14-yard line where it's a first down on that gain of 10 on the play.
And that's part of the give and take for this Harrah team. If they're going to keep that constant pressure up, Blanchard's going to dial up those plays. All you got to do is make those successful reads, as Noah Smith did there, and you're going to get, a lot of yards, a lot of chunk plays like you saw right there for that Blanchard O.
Ball's at the 14. Between the middle and the right hash as Smith works out of the gun. 4 receivers. Carter right goes in motion, gets a handoff on a jet sweep going left. Busting outside at the 12 and wrestled to the turf out of bounds at the 11. 3 yards for Brayson Carter. Well defended that time by Harrah as Devin McNeil makes the tackle for the Panthers, sets up a 2nd and 7.
And you just feel like you need one little break, right, to get the bow to break. If Blanchard can punch it in right here, you feel like you're back. You are back to an even set, and you can just feel like the game gets completely reset. You can forget about all the turnovers that have happened, all the miscues, the mental mistakes. Got a really good opportunity here to get the game back to even, just kind of reset as a team as we get closer to the end of the second here.
From the 11-yard line, it's a 2nd down and 7 for the Lions on the left hash. Smith fakes the handoff again, keeps it himself, right side to the 5. Spun down near the 3-yard line. So he'll carry a tackler there. I think they're going to mark it about the 4, actually.
Noah Smith on the carry.
And that is what he needed to gain for the first down. So we'll wait for the official signal, but I think this will be 1st and goal Lions. Haven't seen the signal yet. There it is. 1st down for the Lions and goal at the 4-yard line.
Very similar play to the one they got the chunk yardage play a couple plays ago. Really finding success running the ball on the edges. Now that's been the story every single week for Blanchard. They have the athleticism to really challenge defenses on the edge. Really good stop there.
Fugit left side gets the handoff, cuts back from a tackle at the 3, gets down to the 1, where he bulldozes his way to there before he finally is taken down by Titus Johnson for Harrah, and it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1 as we're rolling under 7 minutes to play in this first half, a game that Harrah scored early in and has held this lead for over a quarter now.
It'll be 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Really good response drive by Blanchard here too, starting about 80 yards back, just having to go the length of the field, manufacture a drive both with the run and pass. It's been really complete.
We've got a flag before the play here, and it's
offside.
See, it is offside against Harrah, which really no harm, no foul there. It's about a half-yard penalty.
Right.
Move it down inside the 1, so it'll be 2nd and goal again from now inches away from the end zone for the Lions. Give Harrah credit. They have shortened this game because we are almost halfway through this second quarter already. Smith takes a high snap, hands it to Fugit, right side. He did not get it. He's short. Got right back to the line. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
Fugit stopped short of the goal line.
For the Lions. Good job that time defensively by the Panthers.
Come on, Panther fans.
Really good, motivated stand here in the end zone for Harrah, but got to feel like you're so close to this goal line, you can get some push by this offensive line at the line of scrimmage. It's going to happen eventually. Wouldn't mind seeing them pressure the edge again like they've been doing.
3rd and goal from inside the 1. Harrah shows blitz. Fake handoff. This time Smith keeps it and he scores. Noah Smith walks in untouched, and Blanchard is an extra point away from tying this one up. With 5:59 to go in the first half, 7-6 our score now, Harrah on top. As Price will come out for the extra point.
It's a really good response there, especially from Noah Smith on that drive. Made some really good decisions. for a couple of keeper plays that got them chunk yards and ended up sealing the first 6 of the game for the Lions.
Reston Vickery will hold. Snap is back. The ball is down. The kick's away. It looks good, and it is right down the middle. 5:59 to go first half. Blanchard 7, Harrah 7. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Your Panthers 7.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Welcome back to Harrah. 7-7 our score. 1-yard touchdown run for Noah Smith.
Back to kick.
Tying this one up for the Blanchard Lions after Alex Price hits the extra point. By the way, I forgot to mention them a couple times, but I think there were 4 First United first downs on that drive. I get so caught up in the game, it's hard to remember.
And a touchdown presented by Yarbrough & Sons.
Short kick by Campbell. This one's loose on the turf. Blanchard nearly recovers it. You're right. So a drive that spans 75 yards. There were 5 First United first downs, I believe, and a touchdown brought to you by Yarbrough & Sons. That's how you get all the sponsors in when you forgot the first time.
That's right. The first of the night. We'll have you as a salesperson by the end of it.
There you go. 39-yard line where Harrah recovers that short kickoff by Matt Campbell. And 1st and 10 for Harrah. 5:56 to go first half. Lions maybe a little surprising to some folks in a tight one here. From the 39. McLaughlin with Johnson behind him in the pistol. Handoff right up the middle. Nice hole, and he just missed busting that one. He got tripped up at the 42, and then he dove forward to the 44. It's a 5-yard gain, and Blanchard's lucky there. That could have been a much bigger gain had he kept his feet.
As this game starts to unravel a little bit more, Todd, you're starting to see some success, especially in the down to run. Down the middle run for Harrah. I don't know if it's a defensive line problem, just not plugging the holes that you need to. If you're the linebackers, you know they're going to be going to it. Just got to be able to make those appropriate changes.
2nd down and 5 at the 44. McLaughlin hands off to Johnson again, running right, cuts back to his left, gives up some ground and gets only about 2 yards from the 44 up to the 46 before he's wrapped up and taken down. 2-yard gain on the play. We'll call it a 1-yard gain, actually. They'll mark him at the 45. So now it's a 3rd and 4. Ball's at the 45, and Harrah needs to get it to the 49.
It'll be 3rd and 4.
And depending on what happens on this 3rd down, I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't 4-down territory for the Panthers.
I agree. They've been, as one-dimensional as they are, they have found consistent success. So it depends on how many yards they get here, but we'll see.
From the 45, McLaughlin in the gun, hands to Johnson, straight downhill run, and he does get a little bit of it. It's going to be close, actually. They might give him the 46, or the 49, excuse me. They do, and it's going to be a first down.
Be just short of the first down marker.
Ooh, it's not a first down.
Is that a makeup call?
Well, they haven't. Oh, now they're going to move the chains. A late signal from the referee. It is a first down. And I thought he was just short, and so does Jeff Craig, and the officials are going to talk this one over now.
We might get a chain gang appearance.
Well, I don't think the ball is spotted right. I think one of them communicated to the other one it was short, but this official down here on the near side has he's been he's had some interesting decisions.
Nice.
No. I don't think there's any bias involved. I just I didn't think that was a good spot.
Yeah. And we don't have their name cards.
Blanchard has made a ton of mistakes tonight.
Yeah.
The officials are allowed to make a mistake or two, you know.
Right.
That happens. So
very fair.
First down and 10 from their own 49 for Harrah. 2 receivers split right, 1 to the left, tight end right. It's a fake handoff to Johnson going that way. Now looking to run is McLaughlin. He spins out and has room to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. Lowers his head and gets down to the 35-yard line. They'll mark him at the 36, but that's a big run, a 15-yard run as Blanchard lost contain on the pass rush, and the quarterback McLaughlin runs for a first down.
Really impressed with the poise of this Harrah offense so far. Like you said, you had a little bit of a cross route by one of the Harrah receivers that was wide open. Luckily, Blanchard's defensive line was able to create some havoc, but not able to contain, like you said, and he was able to scramble for a big chunk play.
First and 10 from the Blanchard 36. McLaughlin with an empty backfield, rolling right, throwing right. Pass is high and incomplete, and the flag's going to come down for a possible hold here on the Lions. Or, excuse me, on the Panthers. And this should knock them back 10 yards. Really surprised Harrah threw the ball there. They'd had success running it.
I think
maybe got a little too cute there, did the Panthers coaches on that first down.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Still, the only pass that they've completed was that one at the very
first. They had
first
one other short one on like a 3rd and 15.
Yeah. First and long at the 45-yard line.
Still, you got to think Harrah coming into this game, the game plan was slow down the game, eat as much clock as you can, and hope that you're working with a lead. That lead has been diminished, but still being able to move the ball up and down the field while eating the clock, you got to feel like it's still in a good spot for them.
First and 20 from the Blanchard 46. McLaughlin hands to Johnson, running right, and he's going to get nowhere.
Walker Johnson on the carry.
Runs into a pile of Blanchard Lions. Gage Ellison was in there. Gavin Rich was in there. So was
another flag.
Braden Stacy, and is this a late flag?
Late flag. I don't know. I don't really know what was happening either.
Looks like it's going to be on Harrah. It's an unsportsmanlike on Harrah.
Against the Panthers.
And that's
after the play, so it's going to be second down and about 30 here for Harrah.
Just not a very surprising play call. Obviously, we can hear it. We're right by the Harrah sideline. Just a very emotional after they went down and scored that first touchdown. Just a very emotional sideline, ups and downs. It's going to happen. It's one of the best teams in 4A. You're going to get the best shot from everyone every single night. And so just being able to see them, come in waves, if you will, this Harrah O with that unsportsmanlike penalty. It's a big game for them, but you got to take advantage of the opportunities given to you.
Say second and 35 after that penalty for Harrah now from their own 39. They need to get it all the way to the Blanchard 26. There's a handoff right up the middle, and not much there. A gain of about 4. We'll call it a gain of 3, actually, out
Rance
to the
Ridley on the
42. That's Rance Ridley.
Gain of 1 on the play.
That'll make it a 3rd down and 33, I believe.
Think there's any chance here that they just keep running the ball and eating as much clock so Blanchard doesn't get an opportunity to put together a final drive?
For sure. I think you just run a draw play here on a 3rd and 32. In fact, Harrah might try to draw them offside and use a timeout here.
Yeah.
They're going to let the play clock run as the game clock's under 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in this first half. Still a 7-7 tie. And we do have a timeout called by Harrah with the play clock at 2, and we'll take the timeout with them. 2:33 to go first half, 7-7 our score. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy,
That's one that if there were still 5-yard face masks, you would call it, but that was not a personal foul. We'll see what they give here. It is just the 5-yard face mask.
Not an automatic first down.
It's not an automatic first down, but it does move it 5 yards up from the previous spot. So now it's a 3rd down and 27, but it does also run some time off the clock here.
Timeout, Blanchard.
And Blanchard is going to use a timeout because the clock is going to run otherwise. We'll take it with them. 2:26 to go first half, 7-7 score. This is Blanchard Lions football.
it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning.
Welcome back into Harrah. Timeout called by Blanchard to stop the clock here. It'll be a 3rd down and 27 for Harrah from their own 47-yard line. As Harrah was stopped on a 3rd and long, they were sacked back at about the 35, but there was a face mask penalty on the Lions that extended this drive, just a 5-yard face mask penalty. I saw Jeff Craig talking to the official during the break, Drake, and I think it rhymes. I just realized that. I think his point was, hey, we had him in the grasp. The whistle should have blown. That face mask happened because the whistle didn't blow quick enough.
Yeah, happened at the very last second.
Yeah. It's a 3rd and 27, so Harrah will try it again. They need to get it all the way to the Blanchard 26-yard line from their own 47. McLaughlin pumps, looking, throwing over the middle. It's tipped and nearly picked.
His pass is incomplete.
Incomplete, and it'll be 4th down. And most importantly for Blanchard, that stops the clock, and I'm really not sure why Harrah did that.
Yeah, that was not only was it not the greatest play call, but Harrah hasn't really looked for the pass at all this half. I think, like we said, only completed 2 passes thus far in this half, so really good opportunity here for Blanchard after the slow start. Maybe even get a score and go up in the half, and what's been not a great put-together half for both sides of the ball for Blanchard.
Back to punt for Harrah is Jackson LeGrand. Takes the snap. The punt is blocked. It's blocked. Loose on the field. Still loose. It's recovered by Harrah, but it doesn't matter. It's a 1st down for Blanchard at the Harrah 25-yard line, as that was Gage Ellison who got in and blocked it for the Lions.
Really good momentum swing play right there from Gage Ellison. Got a chance to talk to him this Tuesday. Very serious guy. I mean, you could tell he was very honed in for this game, and you saw it right there. Not only did he break up that punt, he was also the guy that deflected the pass in the play before. So Gage Ellison really honed in. Just a veteran linebacker presence for that entire linebacker room for this Blanchard group.
So Blanchard gets it with great field position at the Harrah 25 with 2:13 to go. Remember, Harrah gets the ball coming out of the break as well because Blanchard got it first and fumbled on the second play. Fugit has been in the backfield by himself as Shattuck Swire is now in at quarterback. Hand off to Fugit. running left, gets down inside the 25 to about the 24. Very short gain on first down. Taken to the turf by Connor Barton. It's a pretty senior-heavy Harrah team when you look at some of their better players, and Barton's one of them. It'll be second down and 9 from the 24.
It's very interesting how, the previous year's game against Harrah and this game have mirror each other. That was a game last year that Blanchard went into the half only up 3-0 on Harrah. Obviously a little bit of a different story here, Harrah being able to find early success on offense, but it's been a little kooky, if you will.
Second and 9, handoff to Fugit, running left. He lowers his head at the 20 and burrows forward to the 19. It'll be a gain of 5. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 4. Clock at 1:20 and ticking here in this first half.
It's also a really good opportunity for Blanchard not only to get ahead, but you're forcing Harrah to have to do some stuff that they haven't wanted to do as far as pass and run.
They marked it at the 20, so it's 3rd and 5. Handoff. Nope. Swires keeps it running to the right. He's going to be hit and brought down at the 17. He's about 2 yards short, and it looked like there was a face mask there with no penalty flag.
It was a tough read there from Swires. I think if he would have given the ball off to Fugit, he would have had nothing but green in front of him to run in for a potential touchdown. Tough spot there.
4th down and 2 at the 17. And Jeff Craig's going to get a flag here for an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Sideline warning against the Lions.
That's not a sideline warning. That's an unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe.
Come on, Panther fans.
Nope, it's just a sideline warning. Fortunate there. They could have thrown the flag for a 15-yarder.
Yeah.
But that is the first warning, and it'll be a 4th down and 2. Swires takes the snap, rolling to his right. Looking, throwing, pass, caught by Pierce inside the 10. We're going to have a personal foul, roughing the quarterback as well on Harrah. And that's going to move it down inside the 5 and give the Lions a 1st and goal. 30 seconds to go here in this first half.
As much as Blanchard has committed these mental mistakes on both sides of the ball, you couldn't really say any different from Harrah. That's about, the second time they've had a roughing the passer, maybe third. Just really undisciplined play on especially the defensive side of the ball for Harrah, but nevertheless an opportunity for Blanchard to punch it in here before the first half expires.
So that's going to move it from the 7 down inside the 4-yard line where it's going to be 1st and goal. And the clock should stop with that defensive penalty with 30 seconds to play. And that's what Jeff Craig is trying to get clarity on. Does the clock stop? And he's going to use a timeout because maybe he was told it wouldn't.
Timeout Blanchard.
Although I think it should have with a defensive penalty. But
it's a rough one tonight.
Blanchard's going to take the timeout. Let's keep it right here with 30 seconds to go in this first half. By the way, that last pass, a First United first down to thank you to Corrick Pierce from Shattuck Swires, as Blanchard took over on the 25 in this drive and has moved it down to the 3-yard line now. With Shattuck Swires getting a little run here at the end of the first half. Drake, we got a lot of great sponsors this year at Blanchard Football. Let's give them a little shout here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about a couple with some of the pregame antics that we get up to and throughout the game, like Yarborough and Sons and First United. But I just want to take this time to thank all the sponsors. We got the LB Realty Group, Brightway Insurance, Blanchard Eye Care, the Wolf Family, who is tonight's game sponsor, title sponsor for tonight's game, the first district game for Blanchard. Coop's Performance Gym, Blanchard Animal Hospital, who was our pre-game injury report sponsor. The Dental Garage, who, as far as this game keeps going, Todd, will be our fourth quarter sponsor. Might end up being an interesting one. Tanner Foster, Edward Jones, Quick Wrench, Craig and Straight Orthodontics, RV Oasis, and Keeler Custom Homes. Big shout out to each and everyone who was supporting us this year. We could not do it without your support.
So the reason on that penalty that it wasn't an unsportsmanlike, that it was just a sideline warning, I think actually Coach Craig was done a solid there because the referee said, I'm going to throw the flag for you being on the field, not for you
yelling
screaming
at me.
So maybe they got off a little light there and took advantage on the 4th and short. Great pass by Shattuck Swires on the run as well.
Yeah, not an easy one.
1st and goal from the 4, right hash. Swires takes the snap, hands to Fugit, running right, hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. In fact, he'll be back at the 5-yard line, and Blanchard's going to use a timeout, and we will take this one. 21 seconds to go first half. 7-7 our score. Blanchard's out of timeouts, And the Lions will have it second and goal from the 4 when we return here on Blanchard Lions football.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives.
Welcome back in. 21 seconds to go here at Harrah in the first half. 7-7 our score. Blanchard out of timeout, second and goal from the 5. Swires takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws left side, pass is caught in the end zone. Touchdown Blanchard. That's Cole Watkins on the slant route. And the Lions have their first lead of the game with 16 seconds to go in the first half. A 5-yard touchdown from Shattuck Swires to Cole Watkins. A Yarborough & Sons touchdown, and Blanchard leads 13-7.
Yeah, like you said, took all half to get you the lead, but feels like the big momentum shift has happened here. Blanchard defense has been able to get a couple of stops. Lions have found their rhythm on the offensive end.
Price on for the extra point. Kick is away. It's got plenty of leg, and that one's perfect.
Kick is good.
And it will be 14-7, Blanchard with the lead. 16 seconds to go first half. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Welcome back to Harrah. 16 seconds to go here in the first half. 14-7 Blanchard with their first lead of the game. Touchdown, a 5-yard pass from Shattuck Swires to Cole Watkins. And Campbell will kick it off for Blanchard.
It was a little tangled there. Sorry.
Campbell short kick. It's going to be right through the hands of the deep man inside the 15, and he jumps on it at the 12. As that was Brody Byers who couldn't hang on to it for Harrah. I would imagine Harrah will take a knee here and just go to halftime. Down 14-7. Big touchdown for Blanchard there with 16 seconds to go to take their first lead of the game, Drake.
Yeah, we hinted a little bit at it, but with how dominant that Harrah has tried to lean into the run game, it's kind of going to be a different story, Todd, with Blanchard having the lead going into the second half. You're basically going to be forcing them to do some stuff that they want to do, a.k.a. throw the ball. So it's going to be a big storyline going into the second half.
From the 13, McLaughlin will be in the gun. He'll take the snap, he'll take a knee, and that's how we will go to the half. One half in the books, 14-7, Blanchard with the lead. If you're just jumping in on this one, Harrah, after kicking off to Blanchard, recovered a fumble on the second play and went down the field and got an early touchdown to take a 7-0 lead, and nearly had a second touchdown as well after another Blanchard turnover on a misfielded kickoff. The Lions finally did get on the board to tie it up at 7 about halfway through the second quarter, and then get the go-ahead touchdown with 16 seconds to go in this first half. to take a 14-7 lead.
Pretty much everything that Coach Craig and I talked about, keys to the game on Tuesday, were not followed there in about the first quarter and a half. Those being, get off to a quick start, don't turn the ball over, and force Harrah into some long field positions. Obviously, from the first quarter to the second quarter, you saw some of those things start to come to fruition. Forcing Harrah into those long field positions. Blanchard finally finding some rhythm on the offensive side of the football, and then defense being able to string together some stops. So saw there at the back half of that second quarter, everything's starting to come together, and now with the lead, you're forcing Harrah to do some things that they don't want to do, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So we'll see how that plays out here in the second half, Todd.
All right, we are at halftime here at Harrah. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you a halftime scoreboard update from around high school football. That's all coming up. Our halftime score, your Blanchard Lions 14, the Harrah Panthers 7. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
Amy Stone, Guard Tech, Emily Wolf, Rehearsal Assistant, Dr. Amanda Truman, and Program Coordinator, Todd Jones. Tonight's performance features soloists by Carly Panowski, Julie Richards, Rebecca Lawrence, Gavin George, Eliza Morrison, Ryan Shockey, Isabella Vasquez, and Scotland McIver. Featured performers include Cashin Macklin and Candace Hamilton. The Blanchard Band is led this year by senior drum major Sadie Crawford. While we invite you to a special performance as they prepare for the Mozart Festival. Just prior to the downbeat, the band receives news that alters the course of the performance. Join the inspectors as they attempt to find out exactly what has happened. And now, with their 2024 competition program, a Mozart Mystery, ladies and gentlemen, the Blanchard High School Marching Band.
Stop the Mozart Festival. The band's director is missing. director required you to play scale after scale, certainly they would have the motive to kidnap the director. And what about you, color guard? What am I thinking? You're the happy, smiling section of the band. May I join you? Next on my list to interrogate is the brass section. Always being asked to play louder, faster, and higher would definitely make you angry with the director. What about you, percussion? Forced to lug your heavy equipment each and every rehearsal. How much do you cringe when you hear the feel? I'm watching you. The percussion. If it wasn't the brass. If it wasn't the color guard. If it wasn't the woodwind. Then who could have done it? Of course. The drum major!
the pride of Harrah.
Welcome back into Harrah High School, where at halftime, Blanchard leads Harrah by a score of 14-7. Todd Lisby along with Drake Vitito. Tonight's game brought to you by the Wolf family. I want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight of Blanchard Lions football: RV Oasis, Quick Wrench, First United Bank and Mortgage, Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air, the LB Realty Group, Brightway Insurance, Blanchard Eye Care, the Wolf family, our title sponsor tonight, Coops Performance Gym, Blanchard Animal Hospital, the Dental Garage, Tanner Foster, Edward Jones, Craig and Straight Orthodontics, and Keeler Custom Homes. We appreciate them for their continued support of Blanchard Lions football. Halftime 14-7, Lions with the lead.
I thought I would help you out with the scoreboard update tonight. I know that's usually a one-man thing. I thought I would carry my weight.
All right, what do you want to do?
I thought you would start off with 6A1, and then I would do 6A2, and then
How about this? While I'm doing these, you pull up 6A1, you do 1, and I'll do 2.
Okay, got it.
Because we're going to do Class 4A first. Since
I
we're
like
in district play.
Makes sense.
Yeah, let's talk about Blanchard's district rivals and how they're doing tonight. Halftime in Chickasha, where Bethany leads Chickasha by a score of 31-7. It's halftime in Ardmore, where Tuttle is handling Ardmore at halftime, 35-7. Late second quarter in Medill, and it's 21-7 Tecumseh over Medill. And then the other game in district tonight is this one right here, where Blanchard leads Harrah by a score of 14-7. Other scores in Class 4A: Elgin 42-0 over Woodward at half. Poto leads Stillwell 7-0. Low-scoring game third quarter there. Could be a little bit of an upset here. Hilldale leads Salisaw 21-6 at halftime. Ada leads Tulsa McLean by a score of 28-6. That game at halftime. Broken Bow 30-0 over Glenpool. Let's try that again.
The Panthers?
They are. Yes,
Nice.
I think they're the same color scheme as well. The blue and white is Harrah is.
Yep, thank you.
The Douglas Bridge Creek game is a 28-0 Bridge Creek lead at halftime. Elk City leads Cache 23-14. Weatherford leading Clinton, another one that two really good teams. Clinton undefeated. Weatherford, we know how good they've been the last few years. It's 14-10 Weatherford at halftime there. Wagner leads Fort Gibson 34-0 at halftime, and Cushing leads Skiatook by a score of 21-3. 6A1, Drake?
Yeah, let's go. Let's start with Deer Creek Enid. Deer Creek up 21-0 at the half. Edmond North Norman. Norman up against Edmond North 13-0 at the half. Yukon up on Westmore 14-0 at the half. Moore Mustang, that's a big one tonight. Moore currently leads Mustang 9-7 at the half. Union barely ahead of Edmond Santa Fe 19-7. That's still in the first quarter. Probably the big one for 6A1 tonight, Jinx Bixby. That is tied 7-7 at halftime for Bixby and Jinx. Edmond Memorial and Norman North, I'm seeing, has not started yet. Maybe it's starting, or we just haven't gotten an update from it. Owasso, some consider to be the best team in 6A1 this year, only up by 8 against Broken Arrow in the second, 15-7. Deer Creek and Enid has not been updated at all, and Edmond Memorial and Norman North. Edmond Memorial, the Bulldogs, up 21-6 over Norman North. That is your 6A1 scores.
6A2, PC North up late second quarter on PC West 42-0. Muskogee at halftime leading Ponca City 24-14. Sand Springs, by the way, defending state champions Muskogee, leading Ponca City 24-14. The Ruffers, that's right. You want to hear a great little, give you a little piece of trivia. By the way, tonight's scoreboard, halftime scoreboard, brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage.
Thank you.
Muskogee are the Ruffers.
Yes.
It's named after a dog that was like a mascot of the mining community whose name was Ruffer.
Okay.
And it is trademarked, and no other team in America can be called the Ruffers because they were able to trademark it.
Wow.
So they're the only team in America
Do trademarks,
any level.
Do trademarks run out at some point?
I think somehow they were able to trademark it because it was the dog.
For life.
I guess. I don't know.
For life.
But there's no other team in America that's the Ruffers other than Muskogee.
I know that the Muskogee, I know that their quarterback is really, really good as well, so they're probably going to be contenders again.
Yeah, they've got a really good program there right now. They're up 24-14 at halftime. Sand Springs leads Bartlesville 14-13.
Sandites.
At the half. A big game over in Piedmont tonight between Choctaw and Piedmont. They are late second quarter, and it's 28-21 Piedmont in a shootout between Choctaw and Piedmont.
I thought you were about to be like, the game's almost over because of the offense Piedmont runs.
Southmore leads U.S. Grant 30-0. Sapulpa leads Capitol Hill 49-0. Stillwater 21-0 over Eisenhower. And one other game, that was a final from last night. Putnam City beat Northwest Classen 68-7. Class 5A?
I got 5A here. Edison Prep currently down 35-0 against Bishop Kelly. Del City and Collinsville, that was a big one that was happening tonight over on the east side. Del City whipping Collinsville 28-3 at half. Tahlequah is currently tied with Claremore 14-14. Midwest City up big on Southeast 34-0. Newcastle, the new transplant for 5A, is currently up on Duncan 20-0. That's still in the first. El Reno up on Altus in the second quarter 21-13. Pryor beating Will Rogers 42-0. Shawnee beating East Central 14-7. McAllister up on Coweta 27-0. A whipping happening in the Oklahoma City area. Bishop McGuinness up 49-0 at the half over Classen SAS. Booker T. Washington up 14-0 over Durant. Carl Albert is whipping Western Heights 44-0 at the half. Noble beating Lawton 14-6. Nathan Hale beating Memorial 48-0. And Guthrie, this game's already done. Guthrie beat John Marshall 44-8. So not a whole lot of close contests outside of that Tahlequah Claremore game in 5A.
All right, I'm going to go through some of the smaller classes, and I'm just going to read you some of the better games tonight.
Yeah.
Locust Grove and Chakotah, 22-20, late second quarter in that game. These are in Class 3A. We're at halftime between Veneta and Sequoia Claremore. That's a 16-7 game. Sequoia Claremore with the lead. And also at halftime, Muldrow and Eufaula. 15-7 the score there. Do you know the Eufaula mascot?
The Iron Heads.
That's right, the Iron Heads of Eufaula. In Class 2A1 tonight, just looking at a couple of the close games at halftime, Chisholm leads OCS 8-7. Jones leads Perry. That game's in the third quarter, 8-0. So some interesting scores in Class
Chisholm
2A1.
Longhorns?
I believe that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Prague leads Bethel 20-14 at halftime. Chandler leads Sequoia Tahlequah 35-7. Washington, who's the number one team in the state in Class 2A1, they lead 20-0 at halftime over Dixon tonight. And then we'll go down one more class and we'll look at 2A2 and we'll see if I can maybe give my alma mater, the Luther Lions, some love tonight.
Yeah, let's see it.
Worth it here at halftime. Yeah, it is. 14-0. They're taking care of those Meeker Bulldogs at halftime, baby.
Oh, wow.
14-0, the Luther Lions with the lead. Some other scores in 2A1. Alva leads Cassidy, who's playing in OSSAA for the first time this season.
Did not know that.
Alva leads them at halftime by a score of 14-7.
The Gold Bugs.
The Gold Bugs. And Adair leads Salina 14-12 at halftime in another tight game there. Vian, the number one team in Class 2A2. I've got a
Vian.
Yeah, Vian, way out east side of the state.
Okay.
So you know I do UCO play-by-play.
Correct.
On Saturdays.
Nice play.
Chris Brent, thank you. A big game tomorrow night for the Bronchos against Fort Hays State, 7 p.m. Chad Richardson Stadium, a place that Blanchard is very familiar with.
Yeah.
They won their state championship last year.
Be there, be square.
Quite a stadium, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, when I saw the waterfall down on the, what would that be, the south side end zone, I said, this is a little bit different than what we're used to.
Yeah. But anyway, Chris Brannick is the sports information director at UCO. He has relatives in Vian, so he's like the biggest Vian fan.
Bulldogs
he's always telling
also?
Me, I think they're the Wolverines. Vian, I think.
Interesting. Wolverines,
yeah, I think that's
okay.
what they are. But Vian has a 64-6 win yesterday over Spiro.
Okay.
All right, we
and then if you want to take a guess on the 8-man, I'm sure Laverne is in there somewhere
Tipton's
doing well.
Probably winning,
yeah.
Tipton's probably winning. Our score here 14-7 at halftime.
You'll appreciate this. I know you're a lover of sports history. We did a little sports history challenge on the coaches show on Tuesday, just for Blanchard specifically. And I wanted to maybe get some of your thoughts because I had written down.
I'm probably not going to be good at this because I'm not from Blanchard.
Right. Blanchard's first playoff win was against Tipton back in 1947.
Really?
They won 20-0. The most played opponent in playoff history for Blanchard, Heritage Hall. 6 times played, and I know that because 4 of those times were from my freshman year to my senior year in high school. Played them every single year in the first round. Weatherford is the second on that list. They played 4 times.
Including one in the snow where we were outside.
That's right. It was one of the greater experiences in my life.
Yeah, it was a great experience. I was sick for a month.
Podo, third on that list. They played Podo 3 times, which they played them last year as well. So first win, like we said, against Tipton. Who did Blanchard beat to win their first state championship game back in 1979?
In 79.
This is a great one.
I didn't know they had one in 79.
So let me give you
Edmond.
So Deer Creek they played and beat.
Edmond.
They played Hennessy. They actually played Laverne as well, beat them. Hobart, they beat Hartshorn for their first state champion. I don't even know what they are, their mascot, but
I don't either.
It was a fun little memory lane drive, if you will. Don't know if there are a lot of people around back in the 40s when they got their first win over Tipton, still with us. But it was a great reminisce on some of the more fun history for Blanchard football playoff lens.
Our halftime scoreboard brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage. Tonight's game brought to you by the Wolf family. We are at halftime where Blanchard leads Harrah by a score of 14-7. When we come back, we'll have the second half action. That is coming up next. Again, our score at the half, Blanchard 14, Harrah 7. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical speeds for lightning-fast uploads and downloads. Get your family school-ready with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Sign up today at gopioneer.com.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Welcome back to Harrah. About to get the second half underway. Blanchard with a 14-7 lead over Harrah. The Lions have led this game for a total of 16 seconds, scoring the go-ahead touchdown with 16 seconds to go in the first half, as the first touchdown coming on a 1-yard Noah Smith run, and then Shattuck Swires got a possession at the end of the first half and led the Lions with a short field from the Harrah 25. Converted on a fourth down throw, and then the Lions scored on a touchdown pass from Shattuck Swires to Cole Watkins from 5 yards out to make it 14-7.
Sorry, I just got a text from one David Foster, who happened to be on that 79 team back at Hartshorn. They beat them in Ada, Oklahoma. And I believe the Hartshorn are the Miners.
Yeah.
So just a fun little tidbit. It's always fun to go back and revisit some of those things. But, yeah, just like you said, Todd, a really good ending to the first half there for that Blanchard O. You saw the defense put together some stops, and we've been saying it all first half. You're really forcing Harrah's hand here because they found early success with that run game, haven't gotten as much there at the ending of that first half, but if you're going to be forcing Harrah into passing situations to get back into this game, even though the lead is only +7 on the Blanchard side, you got to like your chances if you're that Blanchard defense.
So Harrah will get the ball to start the second half. We've seen Harrah struggle to field a couple kickoffs here in this first half. The first one was a short one by Campbell that Harrah jumped on just before Blanchard got there. And the second one was a little bit deeper one that Brody Byers tried to run into and catch it on a full sprint, and he just couldn't hold on to it and had to jump on it back at the 12. So we've seen Blanchard not able to field the kickoff and Harrah recover, and Blanchard has been close a couple times as well. So these have been consequential plays on the kickoffs tonight.
Got to feel like Coach Craig was hampering a lot on the mental side of things for that first half. Just a couple of mistakes on both teams, really. Got to feel like Blanchard's going to come with a level head here starting in the second half, really clean some of those mistakes up and try and extend this lead after they get potentially a stop here for the first possession of the second half.
Matt Campbell will kick it away. Blanchard in the road white uniforms, Harrah in the home black. Campbell with a long, high kick. Byers will take it at the 11. Runs up to the 15 and gets just across the 20-yard line to the 21 on the return, and that's where Harrah will have it first down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. 14-7 Blanchard with the lead. And we saw Harrah really keep the ball on the ground early on in this game, Drake, but the good thing for Blanchard's defense is Harrah's only touchdown came with a short field.
Yeah, absolutely.
They haven't driven down the field on Blanchard yet, and you haven't really given up a big play yet.
Not only that, but it was on that scoring drive, it was a late fourth down throw that ended up being a little bit of a thread the needle situation. So just got to clean up the inside run schemes. That's really where they did their damage. When they've tried to attack those edges, it's really had to come from extra individual efforts from the Harrah running back. You've been able to really keep contained for most of the night. So as long as you can plug those holes that are happening in the middle like they did in that first half, you should find yourself in a good spot to maybe do your work early and get the offense the ball pretty soon here on a potential 3-and-out situation.
74 degrees, a 5-mile-an-hour north wind. It's beautiful here tonight at Harrah. First and 10 from the 21 for the Panthers. First play from scrimmage here in the second half. McLaughlin is the quarterback. He hands to the running back. Running right side for 1 yard. That's Johnson on the carry. And about 4 different Blanchard tacklers pushing back there at the 22. It'll be a 1-yard gain and be 2nd and 9 upcoming.
Look for a little bit of an outside zone concept run there, but like we said, right before that play started, they've really struggled to find success there on the edges. Wasn't happening for them that time either, and now you're in a 2nd and long situation. Really good start here for the defense. Want to try and force Harrah into some passing situations here as much as you can.
2nd down and 9 from the 22-yard line. Right hash, McLaughlin with Johnson behind him. Hands to Johnson, left side, right up the middle, and gets about a yard. That's Luke Meeker that got him. After another yard from the 22 up to the 23, and this does set up that passing situation now, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, got to be careful here. We've seen the QB be able to get out of a scramble situation and gash you for some yards, so just as long as you can keep contained, I think you got a good chance here.
McLaughlin, high snap, controls it, throws it out left side in the flat. And nothing doing there as Blanchard defends it well. That's Reston Vickery who got there first as Cash Flint made the grab and gets 1 yard. So a yard on first, a yard on second, a yard on third. It's 4th and 7, and Harrah will punt it away.
It's a perfect starting defensive possession there for Blanchard. Maybe you can make something happen if that's a Blanchard wide receiver catching the ball in the flats, but like we've said, just don't have the horses in the barn. Harrah does for making some individual effort plays after, especially with yards after the catch.
We saw a punt blocked earlier by Gage Ellison off the foot of LeGrand. LeGrand punts it again. This time he does get it away. It's a high kick. Carter calls for it and makes a fair catch at the 49-yard line, and that's where Blanchard will have it 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line with 9:58 to go here in this third quarter.
Had to hold your breath a little bit after that kickoff situation. But what do we talk about heading into halftime, especially when we were talking about on the coaches show on Tuesday one of the keys that Coach Craig laid out to us, having a really good starting position for your offense, not have to trek the length of the field, and you're starting with it there.
Vaughn McIntyre, after that early fumble back in the game, expect him to run possessed here from the 49, and Blanchard's going to get a quick,
did not cross,
like
I guess.
He jumped offside, no flag though. It's a handoff to McIntyre up the middle at the 50. He spun forward to the 48 in Harrah territory for a gain of 3. Tackle made that time by Isaiah Osborne. It'll be 2nd and 7.
They're giving Noah Smith a lot of options there at the QB, the RPO stuff, right? I mean, their last scoring drive, a lot of that hinged on Noah being able to keep the ball, recognize who he was reading, being able to gash the defense for yards. I think we're going to see a lot of the similar stuff here.
2nd and 7 from the Harrah 48. Smith looks left, throws left, pass complete. And breaking tackles at the 25-20. This is Watkins to the 15, the 10, stiff arms, and into the touchdown. He takes a slant route and goes for a 48-yard touchdown. 2nd touchdown grab of the night for Cole Watkins. And Noah Smith to Cole Watkins makes it 20-7 Blanchard on a Yarborough and Sons touchdown.
Felt like the first big passing play outside of maybe that wheel route to Brayson. We talk so much about, yards after the catch with these guys. You saw it right there. Textbook example, Cole Watkins for 6.
Alex Price on for the extra point. This one starting off like last year did in the second half. As Price gets the kick away, and for the 3rd time tonight, it's right down the middle. 9:14 to go, 3rd quarter, 21-7. Blanchard with their biggest lead of the ball game. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes.
Welcome back to Harrah. The touchdown, 48 yards from Noah Smith to Cole Watkins. Watkins' 2nd touchdown grab of the night. That touchdown brought to you by Yarborough and Sons, and Blanchard leads now 21-7 as Campbell will kick it away. Campbell with a low kick toward the sideline, taken by Byers at the 16, who brings it all the way back across the middle of the field, gives up ground, and he's going to be hit. Went straight sideways for no yards on that return, and Harrah will start with bad field position at the 16-yard line.
I guess we did forget to say the second half of we were drawing comparisons to that last year's game against Harrah where they ended up going up 3-0. Or I believe Blanchard ended up going in there 3-0 at halftime. We didn't really talk about the second half. Blanchard ended up, blowing the roof off of the place, if you will, and ended up winning by a whole bunch. You might be seeing a similar situation here, but it starts on the defensive end. You got to just start to compound those really good drives, so we'll see if the defense can replicate that here.
1st and 10, Harrah from their own 16-yard line. 9:08 to go, 3rd quarter. Blanchard up by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. McLaughlin in the shotgun, looking to throw on 1st down, looking left, going deep. Down the left side, pass is incomplete. Good coverage by Reston Vickery. Might have got his hand in a little quick, intended for, it says Cash Flint on my roster here, but that's not the name they said there. So, but it is incomplete, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Really good coverage there from Reston. Maybe just a half a foot behind.
My bad. That's Travis Tabor.
Travis Tabor.
I always forget there's zeros now. And I think the first
Is that a new thing?
Yeah, well, yeah, the last couple of years.
Really?
Yeah. The first number used to always be 1 on the roster. I didn't even look on the side. But yeah, that's Travis Tabor.
Really good coverage there from Reston. May have gotten away with a little bit there, but you take whatever the O gives you.
2nd and 10 from the 16. Hand off to Johnson up the middle. Johnson with a nice run out to the 21-yard line, still moving his feet and is going to carry the pile all the way to the 24. 8-yard run. Corrick Pierce hit him first. Pierce tried to rip the ball away from him, and to his credit, little weight room action there. He gets 8 yards on second down.
Yeah, really good final push there from Harrah. Got a little bit of help from the O-line, finally moving up to help him push forward. Really interesting test here. 3rd and short early in this third quarter.
3rd down and 2 from the 24. Harrah looking to the sidelines now. McLaughlin hands to Johnson right up the middle. He's near the first down. He's got the first down.
Walker Johnson
needed to get to the 26. He got to the 27. It's a run of 3, and it'll be a first down for Harrah.
Something we really didn't talk about either with Harrah being down 2 touchdowns now, and if they're going to continue to devote their offensive play calling to the run with no big gash plays, coming anywhere else besides the run, it's just going to be really hard for them to create these manufactured drives, with especially where they're working from, having to work their way all the way down the field. Just a really tough position for them to be in, having to say, okay, are we really going to try and run this ball the length of the field and still have enough time to do something?
1st and 10 from the 33. McLaughlin, high snap, does a good job catching it, throws right side on a double clutch. It's caught for a short gain. Carter's there immediately to make the tackle at the 31-yard line. Pass caught that time by McNeil. It's his 3rd grab, I believe, of the game. He only gets 3, though. It's 2nd down and 7.
Replicating that just like a short run, again, it's just you have to come back to it. If they're going to commit to the stuff that they're doing, these short-term passes, this run game, that clock's not going to be your friend at this point in time in the game. You just got to there's a shot coming. You just got to keep everything in front of you if you're the Blanchard D.
2nd down and 7 from the 31. 7 minutes to go here in this third quarter. McLaughlin takes the snap, looks right, throws it short. Out across the 30 to the 33. That was Cash Flint that time, who does make the grab, but he only gets 2.
Flint on the reception.
Really good job there by Blanchard to recognize what was happening there in the flats. A screen pass. Gage Ellison got over there real fast and blew up the blocker, and that was able to result in a short gain on that flats pass.
They'll give him 3 yards after 3 on first down, so it's 3rd down and 4 from the 34. Need to get it up to the 38. Does Harrah for a first down? Third down from the 34. Hand off to Johnson, straight ahead. Johnson's going to be short. He got to the 37. He's 1 yard short, and I would imagine Harrah's going to go for it here on 4th and 1.
Tough spot for the coach, for Harrah.
4th and 1.
Yeah. Got to watch out for trickery here. Maybe a little bit of a hard count coming.
4th down and 1 for Harrah from their own 37.
Got
to expect Johnson to get the ball here.
Yeah.
McLaughlin with Johnson behind him on the pistol, and a timeout called by Harrah. We'll take it with them. 5:43 to go third quarter. 21-7 Blanchard leads. This is Blanchard Lions football.
It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
So you want to create your future? Discover a path worth traveling down? Find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze.
Welcome back to Harrah. 5:43 to go here in the third quarter. Blanchard up 21-7, and Harrah's got a 4th down and 1 from their own 37-yard line here. They need to get it up to the 38. And it is, truthfully, Drake, about 1.5 yards. The ball really is kind of sitting between the 36 and 37. It's officially a 4th and 1. It's a little more than a yard. 4th and a long one, as they like to say.
I got to feel like
Interesting
Blanchard's going to dial up some pressure.
Johnson's not on the pistol here, so McLaughlin's going to roll to his left, looking to run it, turns it up, didn't get it. He's hit.
McLaughlin on the carry.
Oh no, got away, didn't he?
Yeah, he fought
I didn't
forward a little
I
bit.
didn't see him scored out of the pile there. He gets up to the 39.
Blanchard did what I thought they were going to do. They sent the pressure. They just tested the edge there instead of going up the middle. So good individual effort there. Yeah, definitely thought he was down behind the line.
I was wondering when he came running in from the side here. I'm like, where is he spotting that? And then I saw the kid get up. I didn't realize he had sprung out of the pile there. So good, tough run by the quarterback, Joey McLaughlin, on a 4th down and 1. So first down on that 2-yard gain at the 39. Harrah already with a 3rd down and a 4th down conversion on this drive. This time McLaughlin throws in the flat right side to Tabor. Tabor at the 40 to the 42, and a good open field tackle by Brayson Carter after just a gain of about 3.
Got to give credit to not only Carter, but the guys that blew up that screen. 23 saw Gage Ellison in there as well.
Jackson Oliver.
Yeah, Jackson Oliver. It takes a group effort. I think I called him Colin Oliver earlier. That was my mistake.
You
Jackson
did.
Oliver.
I didn't know if you picked up on that.
Yeah.
Or not,
it takes a village on those.
His family hates you now.
on those screen passes, it takes a village to recognize what's happening, and you saw it there. It took about 3 or 4 Lions to recognize what was happening. They rallied to the ball, and you got that great tackle.
2nd down and 7 from the 42. Harrah already with a couple first downs on this drive, but down by 2 touchdowns. It's a little pitch pass going from right to left, and tackled in the backfield is Cash Flint, as Cole Watkins read that one like a book and gets him for a loss of 4. And Cole Watkins' big night continues. He gets a big tackle for a loss there. He's caught a couple touchdowns, and it'll be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, he's doing it, getting it done on both sides of the ball. He's one of those athletes that we were talking about that not only can go get yards after the pass, but he can get on a beeline to someone that has the ball, and you saw it right there. Textbook example right in front of you.
3rd down and 11 for Harrah from their own 38. We're under 4 minutes to go now in this 3rd quarter. Blanchard up 21-7.
It'll be 3rd and 11.
McLaughlin with Johnson to his right, sends Tabor in motion left to right. 3 receivers that way, he rolls that way. Rolling, pressured, throwing on the run. Great throw, great catch, and a 1st down. McLaughlin completed it upfield, and now a 15-yard penalty for taunting on the Harrah player. As Tabor caught the pass, signaled a 1st down, and this is going to be 15 yards after the play on Harrah.
15 yards because he signaled? Is that what it was? Okay.
Yep.
I thought I've seen that before. I guess that you just can't do that at this level in any capacity.
I don't know if it was just him signaling 1st down or
Maybe
if he
some
said
words.
something too.
Yeah. Good throw, though. I mean, it was a little behind. The catch ended up being a little behind, but Gage Ellison blew up the running back blocker when.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Panthers.
So that moves the ball back to the 36, but it's still going to be 1st down. I've always thought that's a stupid rule. If it's a 1st down and then a 15-yard penalty, it should be 1st and 25. But they just move the ball back and make it 1st and 10 again.
Right.
So
it's almost as if nothing ever happened.
Right.
You just reset the downs.
It was a good throw and catch, though.
Yeah.
That erases a big gain, though, the penalty. It is, though, 1st and 10 for Harrah from their own 36. Panthers have had the ball a lot more than Blanchard in this game.
At the 36-yard line.
McLaughlin in the gun. Fakes the handoff, looking left, floats one deep, left side. Vickery runs underneath of it and intercepts it. At the 26-yard line in Blanchard territory, Reston Vickery went up and got that one, and the Lions get it back on the turnover. It was intended for Tabor that time on the deep ball, and Vickery was in blanket coverage, and Blanchard gets the interception.
As much as we knew that Harrah didn't really want to go to the pass, you felt like the law of averages was just going to tick back in your favor, especially after that great throw on the out route that ended up getting called back for the unsportsmanlike. Really great play there from Reston, and a pretty easy catch where the offensive player for Harrah was just kind of nowhere in the zone to catch that, make a play.
We got an official timeout here, not sure what for.
Blanchard with a really
Blanchard at the 26-yard line.
Good opportunity here for Blanchard to create a really long manufactured drive to just keep bleeding that clock.
Blitz comes as Smith hands it off. Chauncey Conway in the game and gets the carry for 3 yards up to the 29.
Obviously, Blanchard scores on an explosive play, largely benefiting Cole Watkins, especially after he got a lot of yards after the catch, but really would like to see Blanchard lean into the run more. Obviously, if the shot's there, you're going to take it, but they found some moderate success in the run game for all of this game when they've been able to stay on the field, barring any mental mistakes. So would really like them to lean more into that with the remainder of the third quarter
It'll be
looming.
2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7 from the 29. Conway in the pistol behind Smith. Now goes in motion out of the backfield. Smith looking left, pressured, now rolling back to his right, throws it up for grabs, and it's intercepted. A terrible throw and intercepted by Johnson. And a late hit behind the play on Harrah. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the Panthers, as Smith got hit way behind the play by Isaiah Osborne. So the interception will stand, but it's going to move the ball all the way back into Harrah territory on the penalty.
Don't know what Noah Smith saw there, or didn't see, I guess. Thought there might have been no one in the middle of the field to make that play, but just kept the ball in the air for too long, tried to make something out of nothing, and ended up paying for it. Luckily for Blanchard, Harrah hasn't really done well in the mental game tonight. A lot of unsportsmanlike penalties, a lot of stuff after the whistle blown, the play dead. So if you're Blanchard, you're really lucky right now that Harrah's just made a lot of dumb mental mistakes, but got to be better than that. Got to just throw that ball away and live with the results.
Moves the ball all the way back to the Harrah 49. So Harrah does have the ball back, but not near as good a field position as they would have had without that penalty from their own 49.
New running back in for Harrah.
Yeah, that is Rance Ridley, who's in the game. In the pistol behind McLaughlin. McLaughlin sends a tight end from right to left. Hands off to Ridley, right up the middle. Pierce tried to rip it away from him. Ridley got away from him, carries it down inside the 45. Still on his feet, near a first down. And they'll finally blow it dead after a 10-yard run to the Blanchard 42. And another late flag.
This happened a little bit at the very end of the Guthrie game last week. Just a lot of extracurricular activities, a lot of extra stuff happening after the ball is blown dead. If you're Blanchard, you have the lead. There's no reason to give Harrah any sort of chance of hope. Haven't been able to move the ball for this third quarter. For the large part of it, you've given them every yard on offense that they have gained.
I think they're going to offset here.
Double.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, it is offsetting penalty, so it'll be a 9-yard run and 2nd down and 1.
If you're Blanchard here, just don't give Harrah any sort of hope. You've been able to dominate most of this third quarter. Little mental mistake here and there. You've been able to lean on the defense. Don't get engaged with any of the stuff that Harrah's been pulling, and it's been a lot of extracurriculars on both sides tonight.
2nd down and 1 from the Blanchard 42. 2 minutes to play here in the third. Blanchard still up 21-7. McLaughlin hands off to Ridley, right up the middle, has the first down and more. Big gainer. He's tripped up by Corrick Pierce, a touchdown-saving tackle, but all the way down at the 31 after an 11-yard run.
And so now we return to what was the first of the game for Harrah, starting in really good field position, even though they did get called back on that turnover, but you're starting to see a lot more success happen for Harrah in the run game, and with the field position, they don't really have to worry about throwing the ball unless they get behind the sticks on these early downs.
1st and 10 Harrah from the Blanchard 31. McLaughlin again hands to Ridley, right up the middle, spins off a tackle, on his feet to the 25, 20, gets by a tackler, and Vickery finally trips him up all the way down at the 11-yard line, 20-yard run. Just ran into this pile and then spun out of it for a big gain.
Yeah, back-to-back plays where that's happened. I feel like Blanchard did a good job rallying to the ball, and whoever had the ball for Harrah has just been able to make a play in those piles. So
it'll be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line for the Panthers.
A red zone chance here for the Blanchard D. Been a while since Harrah's been able to visit this side of the field for red zone territory.
1st and 10 at the Blanchard 11. Shotgun snap as Smith hands it to Ridley, running right, and this time he's only able to get a couple yards down to the 9. Gage Ellison makes the tackle. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 from the 9.
And you obviously know it's going to be
It'll be
a
2nd and 8.
4th down play here, or playing for 4th down, I guess I should say. You know, they're going to be going for it. Field goal really does nothing for you here.
I mean, if you would have told Harrah you can get it to a 1-score game going to the 4th quarter, they'd have taken that every day of the week coming into this.
Living for it.
We're 9
even.
yards away from Harrah being there. 21-7, 30 seconds to go in this third. McLaughlin with Ridley behind him in the pistol. Hands it to him left side. Ridley gets through the first line of defenders inside the 5 and down to about the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. He's going to be just short of the 1st down, and that's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And Harrah's going to have 3rd down and 1 at the Blanchard 2 when we start the 4th quarter of play. The 4th quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage is coming up next. Our score at the end of 3, Blanchard 21, Harrah 7. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Welcome back to Harrah. 3 quarters in the books. 12 more minutes to play. It's 21-7. Blanchard leads Harrah here at Evans Field in Harrah, Oklahoma, where the Lions are looking to go to 1-0 in district play. Blanchard has scored 21 straight, but Harrah is 2 yards away from cutting this lead in half. It'll be a 3rd down and 1 from the Blanchard 2 as we start the 4th quarter.
Harrah been able to find success both in the ground game down the middle and especially on the edges here. So after the play, we'll see what we see.
McLaughlin with Ridley right behind him. Hands it off to Ridley. Up the middle. Ball's loose. It's fumbled, and Blanchard recovers it. Cole Watkins' big night continues. Fumble recovery for Cole Watkins at the 3-yard line, and Blanchard will get it back on the turnover.
That is a big-time play in a big-time spot. Cole Watkins has done an amazing job on both sides of the ball tonight, just being able to find the ball, whether it be catching balls as a wide receiver or forcing fumbles like you saw there, just had his hands all over every single part of the game plan tonight. So really good spot here for Blanchard, even though it's the length of the field. Again, another chance, barring any mental mistakes, you can manufacture a drive here and just keep that clock ticking.
They'll mark it at the 4, and that's where Blanchard will start 1st and 10. Swire's in the game, fakes the handoff, keeps it right up the middle, and gets flung down at the 4 for no gain.
It's a tough spot to be in with you being so far backed in.
Maybe give him the 5, so we'll call it a 1-yard gain.
Maybe limits the playbook a little bit. Got to be careful, though, if you're Harrah. I mean, with the weapons that Blanchard has on the edges, on the outside, might sneak in a little bit of a pass play here.
It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 from their own 5 for Blanchard. Harrah showing blitz, and Harrah jumps offside. Johnson tried to time the blitz, couldn't time it correctly, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that's big because it gets Blanchard out of the shadow of their own end zone.
We've learned today that even though this game is closer than it should be, Harrah, not the most dressed-up team when it comes to mental mistakes. You could just see the linebacker flying in there, had no signs of stopping.
They've done a lot of good things. I think they're a solid team. They've just made a lot of
boneheaded mistakes.
Yeah, big errors that are going to cost them in this game. Swire's out of the gun, 2nd down and 4. Hard snap count. Harrah showing blitz. Swire's looking to the sideline. Still 12 on the play clock. He'll hand it off to Fugit right up the middle. Fugit takes a big hit, stays on his feet, fights forward near the first down marker at the 14, and he's going to have it. Move the chains on a 4-yard run.
Good. Really good play there from Fugit. Been a really good physical ball runner for Blanchard, especially in this game, early in the game as well. But this is what you want to do if you're Blanchard in this fourth quarter set here. Just bleed that clock, see if you can find some success in the run game just like you did there to get that first down. Harrah, keep them on their heels. Maybe take a shot here, depending on if you can lean on that run a little bit more. We'll see what happens.
First down and 10 for Blanchard from their own 14. Swires still in at running back as Fugit to his left. It's a high snap. Swires tries to jump on it. I'm not sure if he got to it. It is Harrah who recovers it inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Number 8, Brody Byers.
So a bad snap that Swires couldn't handle, and that's a big turnover for the Lions.
Saw Coach Craig over there on the sideline, took the headset off. He's a little animated. It's just kind of the night it's been for Blanchard, not able to get out of their own way. A lot of the field position that they have given Harrah has been self-inflicted on their own side. Just mental mistakes, compounding errors. The name of the game for Blanchard this game. Luckily, they're ahead 2 scores, but another test for the defense in the red zone to make a stop.
First and goal from the 9 after the fumble recovery for Harrah. Ridley to the left of McLaughlin, who's in the gun. Hands it off to him, running right, turns it up, and he's going to be spun forward for about a yard to the 8-yard line. Good penetration that time by Braden Stacy, who made the tackle. 1-yard gain. It'll be a second and goal from the 8. And probably the most important thing here with a 14-point game is that it keeps that clock moving. 10.5 minutes to play. Blanchard still up 2 touchdowns.
Had to feel like Chris Bleak, the head coach for Harrah, is going to be pulling some stuff out of the playbook that Blanchard potentially hasn't seen to make this a 1-score game. Got to keep everything open. They've been trying to get that soft side of the field, the run game. We'll see if they pass.
McLaughlin left side on the pass in the flat, gets it to Tabor, and not much there. There's going to be a penalty for a low block, I think, on Harrah out on the edge. And this is going to push them back. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to get is Gage Ellison was the one that got chopped down out there on the edge. They're going to get a hold on Harrah.
Against the Panthers.
And that's going to move it back from the 8 to the 18, so it'll now be second and goal from the 18. And again, another penalty that's just killing Harrah.
Yeah, both teams not doing so well in the department of having a really good opportunity in front of you and just kind of wasting it away from mental errors. Obviously, job not finished for the Blanchard defense, but Harrah also just not able to get out of their own way.
So they'll put it at the 17 for a second and goal for Harrah. Ball's on the left hash. 3 receivers that way. The running back, Titus Walker-Johnson, is to the right side as McLaughlin now sends a man in motion. That's Flint, who goes all the way from right side to left. McLaughlin rolling right, looking, stepping up, going to run with it. Going to get out of bounds at about the 13-yard line for about a 5-yard run. It'll be now a third and goal from the 13. Clock will stop on the run out of bounds with 9:52 to play.
Really good run there from the Harrah quarterback. Good job by the defense to limit the yards. He maybe could have had a cut-up field there, but decided to run out of bounds. Still everything out in front of you, and everything's on the plate here for the Blanchard defense. Have to be aware. Got to keep containing the QB. Got to seal the middle, but also got to be aware of a passer. You've had really good success with defending it.
Third down and goal from the 13. McLaughlin, straight drop. 4-man rush, throws it left side. It's high and incomplete. Intended for Tabor. And it'll be 4th down and goal from the 13. And Harrah benefits nothing here from a field goal, so they're going to go for it.
Really good spot here for the Blanchard defense. Harrah not had a lot of success through the air. We've said it multiple times already. Got to feel like that's where they're going to go to again. Just got to keep everything out in front of you. Keep that end zone secure.
Right hash, 4th down and goal from the 13. Blanchard turned it over and has since pushed Harrah back 4 yards from the 9 to the 13, and now looking to get a goal line stand and get the ball back and make up for the error they just had. And we have a timeout before the play called by Harrah. 9:48 to go. We'll take it with them. 21-7. Blanchard leads. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's Booster Club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surface.
Welcome back to Harrah. 9:48 to go, 21-7. Blanchard leads Harrah. Harrah's got a 4th down and goal from the Blanchard 13.
Attention if you lost a phone.
Lions looking for a big stop here. I
What
was just thinking maybe one of our guys lost the phone earlier this year, and I was thinking maybe he did it again. They just announced there was a phone loss.
I was so lost.
From the 13, McLaughlin looking, pressured, rolls away from it. Now rolling left, Mosher's got a beat on him. He gets past him to the 15, lowers his head inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 9, and that's where Blanchard will take over on downs. They'll mark him out at the 8, so he runs for 5. A good, tough run, but not near enough, and Blanchard's defense gets a big stop after that turnover at their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, you felt Blanchard was going to dial up the pressure from somewhere. That ended up being the edges. Made the QB scramble out to the left side. Didn't have anyone open. Really good to rally to the ball to Blanchard. Comes up with a really good stop and a really inopportune moment, especially with the offense turning the ball over like it did. So another opportunity for this offense to go out and just manufacture a drive and get some time off the clock.
Smith back in at quarterback with Vaughn McIntyre to his left on 1st down. Fake handoff, throw, left side, pass, caught by Cole Watkins. Again, breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet as two Harrah players bang into each other, and they are down as Watkins gets it out across the 20 to the 24. That was scary looking. Good to see them get up and seem to be okay. They'll mark it at the 25-yard line. That's a good grab by Watkins, who is going to go ahead and say it is the leader in the clubhouse for our LB Realty Group player of the game tonight.
Absolutely. That was a scary hit there.
Yeah.
You could hear that helmet pop up here, and we're in headphones, so none of that stuff really elevates up here unless it's a big, big hit. So
17-yard gain on the play, and Harrah player is going to come off the sideline that was involved in that hit.
Ugh.
That is Cal Whitna, who is going to be replaced. By the way, that pass and catch is a First United first down on that 17-yard gain. Blanchard hasn't had many first downs tonight. They really haven't had many big drives.
Thought we were going to see Gage Ellison out at wide receiver for a second. I specifically asked him because he's on the 2-deep for a second slot wide receiver. If he has ever played, he's like, nope, not really.
Instead, you're going to see Jace Vermillion out there. Left side as Smith will work on 1st and 10 from the 25. Smith, high snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, running right. Smith gets a nice crease out across the 30 to the 34. Good run for 9 yards on 1st down. Clock ticking away, and it's a 2nd and 1, which is exactly where you want to be if you're a play caller.
It's been really refreshing to see the success that Blanchard has had when Noah Smith has decided to keep the ball on those options.
Yeah, last year Carson Cooksey got really good at that, and it feels like Harrah has really taken away the running back, and Smith has picked up a couple really good gains. Harrah showing blitz again on 2nd and 1 from the 34. Smith this time hands it off right up the middle to McIntyre. Gets a short gain out across the 35 to the 37, but those 3 yards will move the sticks and give Blanchard a First United first down from their own 37-yard line.
Clock winding down. Obviously, it's been an enemy for Harrah all half long with the run getting established here for this Blanchard drive. Them having to drive the length of the field. Feel like you have a really good chance to whittle this clock down to even maybe a 3-minute situation or even like a 2 if you really try and slog it out.
On 1st down, handoff again to McIntyre. Gets away from a couple tacklers in the backfield and gets about 2 out to the 39. So not a lot there. Connor Barton on the tackle for Harrah. It's going to be a 2nd and 8.
It's always really hard year to year to know what teams are going to put up against you, especially with how much turnover there is. This is a senior-laden, very much upperclassmen laden Harrah team. They beat McLeod in week 1, beat Western Heights in week 2, lost to Seminole week 3. It's just really hard sometimes to know what's going. I've been thoroughly impressed, is what I'm trying to say, with what Harrah has presented, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd down and 8 for Blanchard from their own 39. 7:45 to go. Blanchard still up 21-7. Smith hands it to McIntyre again. Nice run out near midfield. The ball came out, but after he hit the ground, he runs for 5, and it'll be a 3rd down and 3 upcoming. I want to remind you that next week we'll continue district play. Big one in Blanchard next week. Bethany coming to town.
That is one of the odd cases where it's home and home. Blanchard played them last year at home.
Right, because of the new districts. Yep. Haven't played at Bethany.
Does it reset after?
Yeah. Sometimes you get them at home, and then so next year Blanchard will go to Bethany because last year was the redistricting.
That was an interesting trip that we took. I remember the room we were in. Very tiny.
3rd down and 3 for Blanchard from their own 44. High snap. Handoff. McIntyre, 1st down, midfield, 45. Lowers the boom in the secondary and gets down inside the 40 to the 38. Good run for Vaughn McIntyre. Cash Flint holds on for the tackle. But that's a nice run of 18 yards and a First United 1st down.
Yeah, it feels like the offensive line for Blanchard's really finding a rhythm. They're really winning every single snap, getting that good push that these running backs need to make something happen. A lot of Blanchard's designed runs are going to put you on 1-on-1 situations, and if you can get past that first defender, you're going to have a lot of green in front of you, and you saw it right there.
Call it a 19-yard run to the 42 in to the 37 in Harrah territory. Smith hands off. This time it's Fugit who's in the game, and not a lot there. He gets to the 35 for a gain of a couple before he's driven backwards. 2nd down and 8. Clock ticking away. 6.5 minutes to go.
Real question is, if this is a 4th down situation for Blanchard, are you just going to go for it?
Oh, yeah.
Or are you just pinning?
So the clock rules have changed a little bit. They put 40 seconds on right after the play's over.
Okay.
When I played, there was a 25-second clock, and they didn't start it until after the play was over. So if you took a long time to, unravel the pile, you could get, 50, 55 seconds between plays sometimes.
That's crazy.
I'll finish the story after this play. 2nd down and 8. High snap. Again, it gets by, and Fugit has to go and pick it up all the way back at the 43. And he's going to be hit there. It's going to set up a 3rd down and really long for Blanchard on another bad snap. So we played my senior year. We played Washington.
Oh, okay.
At Luther. And we were up 12-7, and we got the ball back with 10 minutes and 52 seconds to go, and we ran out the clock.
It'll be 3rd and long.
How many first downs did you have to
get? We got it back at like our 7, and we ran like 23 plays or something stupid like that. So we ran wing tee, so it was a lot of traps and dives, and
about 5 first downs. You got a healthy amount.
I think we got probably 7 first downs.
5, 7, yeah.
But so you can run a lot of clock if you do it right in high school football, not as much as you used to be able to. There's still 20 seconds until Blanchard's got to snap this one. They can let it go all the way under 5 minutes. 21-7, the Lions with the lead, but after that bad snap, they've got a 3rd down and 17. Smith in the flat, throws it to McIntyre, hit immediately, and he's going to get to the 41, and that's it. Gain of a couple. Sets up a 4th down, and Blanchard, for the first time tonight, will likely punt it away here and try to pin Harrah deep.
This is the first punt, isn't it? Goodness gracious.
And you know what?
That's a stat.
Even though Harrah deserves credit for getting a stop on this drive, Blanchard, I think, did exactly what they needed to do here. They moved the ball out from near the goal line, past midfield, and now if Blanchard gets a good punt here, is going to make Harrah have to drive the field on them, which they haven't done yet tonight.
If you would have told me that you had to wait until 4 minutes left in the 4th until Blanchard punted the ball, I would have think the score would be a lot more heavier than it is.
It's a low kick. It's going to be picked up at the 21 by a Harrah player and returned to the 24. McNeil returned that one. So it's a 20-yard punt with a 3-yard return, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Harrah. They'll mark him down at the 24-yard line. That's where the Panthers will have it.
And now we were talking about the beginning of the second half with the score being what it was. The way that Harrah has found success in tonight's game on the offensive end has not been through the air. now your time's up against you. They're going to be passing almost every down, it seems like, for this, so you're going to be well-equipped to defend whatever Harrah's going to throw at you.
1st and 10 for Harrah. I mean, the Panthers had it fumbled on the 3-yard line going in. They had some big penalties as well. They could very well be in this game. Going to need a big burst here of offense, which we haven't seen from them all night tonight, as Walker Jackson gets the handoff on 1st down and runs for 4 yards from the 24 up to the 28.
5th quarter.
And is that Meeker that's down? That's Luke Meeker.
Yeah.
It's slow to get up. He's going to limp to the sideline.
It's
Mosher
Mosher
will come in for him.
Yeah. I mean, Harrah's got to throw it at some point, right? I mean, unless they were expecting a gash there, I mean, just not going to whittle it down anymore. Just trying to get these dink and dunk run game stuff trying to go.
2nd down and 6 from the 28. McLaughlin takes the snap. Hands to Walker Jackson again, running left, and he only gets about a yard. Goes left side, and he's tackled.
Walker Johnson on the carry.
That's Gage Ellison, who's playing his defensive end spot. Blanchard's defensive ends, Ellison and Watkins, are just troublemakers defensively.
Yeah, they're ball hawks. They can cover a lot of ground. They can make up for a lot of things that may happen on that defensive line just because of that athleticism. You've seen that fully on display here tonight. They've been everywhere tonight for this Harrah run game. It helps that Harrah's been able to run the ball as much as they have, but even in pass coverage, I mean, they can cover a lot of ground very, very quickly.
3rd down and 6, or 3rd and 5, excuse me, from the 29. Harrah needs to get it out to the 34. 3 minutes to go as McLaughlin throws right side. Pass is caught, and it's a 1st down out across the 35 to the 37 for Travis Taylor.
Got a couple successes this Harrah passing game has for those little out routes.
On the 1st down reception.
Oh, we got a skunk nearby. Do you smell that?
Yeah, I smell
Holy
that.
cow.
Yeah, just came up.
That's an Eastern Oklahoma County specialty right there.
Is it? Yeah. You have a chart of like
Holy
the counties
cow.
in Oklahoma that have
man.
skunks, and the total population. The East just houses it. Yeah, that's awful.
1st down and 10 from the 37. I'm having a hard time concentrating. 2.5 minutes to play. Handoff, Walker Jackson up the middle. Hard run, gets out across the 40 to the 41. Walker Johnson, I should say. Runs for 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 2:25 to play. Harrah, I mean, I'm going to be totally honest with you here.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'll tell you part of what's going on. Remember the tiebreaker in district play, 15 is the max points you can get plus or minus when you lose to somebody.
Okay.
And if Harrah loses by 14, it may be a huge tiebreaker for them later in the year.
Okay, that's
when
interesting.
it comes to district play. So that might be part of the thought. 2nd down from the 41. Handoff Walker Jackson again. Left
Walker
side.
Johnson on the carry.
Keep calling him Walker Jackson. Walker Johnson on the
Pick up a
carry.
4 on the play.
And he runs to the 45.
It'll be 3rd and 1.
Is there a Walker Jackson? Like actually?
The Harrah fans are getting a little restless here, but
yeah.
It's a minute 40 to go. It's 21-7, Blanchard with the lead. And Harrah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, they appear to kind of be waving the white flag here. Minute and a half to go. Still ticking away. McLaughlin fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Pressured, rolls to his left, gets away from the tackler, steps into one, throws it deep, and it's incomplete. Carter, the closest one there in coverage for Blanchard. It'll be 4th down and 1 from the 46. The clock stops with 1:16 to play.
Feels like a little too late situation there for Harrah passing the ball. It felt like that play should have been in there maybe about 2 minutes earlier when you started with the ball, but it feels like a little bit of a surrender Cobra situation here.
4th down and 1. By the way, tonight's 4th quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage. It's been a quick moving one, which is what Blanchard fans have wanted to see with this 14-point lead.
Dang, 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's pretty quick.
Harrah needs to get it to the 47 for a 1st down. Handoff, Walker Johnson right up the middle. I don't know if he got it. He might be short. We'll see where this one's marked at.
Be short of a 1st down.
He is short. He's a half yard short, and the Lions are going to take over on downs. It'll be no gain officially, and Blanchard will have it back at the 46-yard line. Brady Heffernan, I believe, is slow to get. Braden Heffernan slow to get up for Blanchard, and he's not putting much weight at all on that left foot, which you don't want to see.
Ankle situation, you think? Think he got rolled up on?
Blanchard should be able to take a knee here and get out of this one with the win. 21-7, a minute 10 to play. The Lions up by 14. Heffernan slow to get to the sidelines. We've got a little bit of a delay there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help keep our facilities clean by picking up your trash as you leave the stadium tonight.
Well, our LB Realty Group player of the game tonight is Cole Watkins. He caught 2 touchdowns. He recovered a fumble. He had a tackle for a loss as well. He was all over the field.
Yeah.
And his 48-yard touchdown early in the third quarter gave Blanchard the 21-7 lead that they are probably going to win this game with tonight. Smith back in at quarterback. Fakes the handoff. He's going to go deep right side. That ball is caught by Carter down inside the 20 to the 16. Maybe Blanchard's got the same thought. They want to win by 15 for those district points.
I was about to say, a little salt in the wound situation there, it kind of feels like, but after you bring up the district points thing, they are just trying to get that full 15. Really good catch by Brayson. That's the second catch tonight where it's been got to catch it at its apex or you're not going to get it at all because he was in between 2 defenders in the little sandwich, but great catch.
And now Harrah's going to use a timeout. 49 seconds to play. It's Harrah's last timeout. We'll take it with them. 21-7 Blanchard leads. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Welcome back to Evans Field and Harrah. 21-7, Blanchard with the lead. The Lions with the ball. Harrah can't stop the clock anymore. We'll see if Blanchard goes for the touchdown here or just puts a knee to it. Again, those 15 district points can be huge tiebreakers. As it's a high snap to Smith, who's looking to throw. Throws it in the end zone. Double coverage. Tipped and intercepted. Returned out to the 5 to the 10. Tabor looking for a block up ahead to midfield. He takes this to the 35, 30, down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. So Tabor returns it 78 yards on the interception. And Harrah will have it at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
Can make the argument, like you said, Todd, going for those points, but I just feel like the situations that you'll be in later down the road, I don't know if 1 point ends up being the difference between giving Harrah any other hope. Obviously, this game's a foregone conclusion, even if they do score off this one play, but I don't know.
1st and 10 for Harrah from the Blanchard 21. Harrah's got to think now.
Pass the ball, maybe?
31 seconds left. Try to get a touchdown. See if you can get an onside kick and try to tie the game.
Kind of want them to run the ball just to see what the response would be.
It's a fake handoff to Ridley. McLaughlin keeps it right side, inside the 20 to the 18. Harrah's out of timeout, so the clock will run with 20 seconds. They'll get to the ball quick. McLaughlin takes the snap, and he spikes it to stop the clock with 13 seconds to play. 3rd down for Harrah. That's not really what matters, as from the 18-yard line, it'll be a 3rd down and 7 for the Panthers.
Now they wish they would have been passing the ball a little bit more on that second to last drive, huh?
Yeah. Could be the last play of the game here. there's not a touchdown and someone's tackled in the field of play because Harrah can't stop the clock. McLaughlin looking to throw, floats one, right side, end zone, incomplete. Harrah's going to try a field goal here to try to cut into the lead for the district points now with 8 seconds to go.
This is
So it'll be a 36-yard field goal.
This is a great no context post for Twitter. Not knowing the rules and just being like, what is even going on here?
35-yard field goal for LeGrand from the right hash. Tabor will hold it, and Blanchard's going to call a timeout to try to ice it. We'll keep it right here with 8 seconds to play.
Ooh.
21-7 our score.
Harrah crowd's been a very vocal bunch tonight. Starting to hear
I haven't heard much, but
you haven't?
No.
Heard some about a field goal.
Yeah, I don't know that they understand the district rules, though. Which for
well,
a team like
hey,
Harrah that's right on the edge of making the playoffs, that could be the difference between making it in and not.
Yeah.
I mean, if it comes down to, like, let's say Harrah and, Tecumseh are tied, and the difference is Tecumseh lost to Blanchard by 15 and Harrah lost to him by 14, that could be the difference.
Yeah. Is it first through third in districts get
First
through? First through fourth.
Yeah, so you would think Blanchard,
Tuttle, Bethany
should be in. That fourth spot is up for grabs.
I'm trying to think of, I don't think any of the transplants, Ardmore, Medill. I feel like I'm missing. I feel like we're missing someone.
I think Harrah's probably Harrah, Tecumseh are probably the two.
Tecumseh's out, aren't they?
No, they're still in the district. Yeah.
Newcastle.
From the 25, it's a 35-yard field goal. The kick is on the way. Does it have enough leg? It does, but it's wide left. No good. And Blanchard will have it with 4 seconds to go. And we'll see if Blanchard throws it downfield.
I feel like we might just see a knee situation. Might get some extracurriculars in the handshake line.
I certainly hope not.
There's a pass.
I certainly hope not. By the way, Poto defeated Stillwell tonight 28-13. Tuttle 48-7 win over Ardmore. Bethany 52-7 over Chickasha. And Tecumseh leading Medill late third quarter 21-0.
Chickasha is the one I was thinking of. Maybe a Chickasha-Harris situation.
Yeah. Blanchard now will take a knee. Swires will come in to take the snap for that. Take the knee, and Blanchard will get out of here with the win. Well, it wasn't pretty, but the Lions are 1-0 in district play. A 21-7 win is no scoring in your fourth quarter, brought to you by the Dental Garage, but Blanchard held on to their 14-point lead and wins at 21-7. Drake, your final thoughts on tonight's game?
Not a great mental performance, I would say. Like we were talking about pregame, it's not the easiest game to get up for when you know you're better than the other team. Blanchard gave Harrah some hope there early after Harrah jumped out on him to a 7-0 score. Tightened some things up in the second half, but just a lot of penalties, a lot of mental errors for this Blanchard team to finish it out. But the least you could ask for moving forward, especially in situations like this, because Blanchard will have other situations like this where they're going to be playing opponents that they should run out of the building. At least ask for a clean game. If it's going to be close, the least you could do is have a clean game, and I know that Coach Craig's going to harp on some of those things in the locker room probably after this game. You can get a clean game out of someone that you know you can beat. It's probably going to end up in a bigger success than what tonight was in that 21-7 victory. A lot of things to work on, but you had to like the poise shown going down 7-0. Haven't really encountered that before outside of Newcastle. So some things, some good things, but definitely some things you need to work on that mental side for Blanchard going into next week.
Big thanks to the Wolf family, our sponsor of tonight's game. All of our sponsors tonight from Blanchard Animal Hospital, Dental Garage, Tanner Foster, Edward Jones, Craig and Strait Orthodontics, Keeler Custom Homes, RV Oasis, Quick Wrench, Blanchard Eye Care, Brightway Insurance, the LB Realty Group, Yarborough & Sons Heating Air, First United Bank and Mortgage. To all of them, we thank you for your support of Blanchard Lions football. The Lions get 2 touchdowns from Cole Watkins tonight, both on touchdown grabs, and a touchdown run from Noah Smith to win it by a score of 21-7. Your LB Realty Group player of the game is Cole Watkins with those 2 touchdown catches, a fumble recovery, as well as Harrah was about to score at the Blanchard 3-yard line, and then also a couple tackles for a loss. That is going to put a wrap on this one. We're back at it next week, same
Big one.
time in Blanchard. Huge home game at the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex as Blanchard will take on district rivals Bethany as the Broncos come to town. It'll be a tough one, and quite frankly, Drake, if they don't play better than tonight, it's going to be a game that they're going to lose next week.
Yeah,
so got to improve from this week to next.
They'll get beat for sure, and that's the 3 years that we've been doing it, Blanchard has gone 1-1 against Bethany. They lost that game at Bethany and then won last year in convincing fashion. It's always close between those two teams. Bethany's going to have a lot of playmakers at key positions, just like Blanchard has. I think they're going to match up really well size-wise, or at least they have traditionally. So it's going to take a village for next week to beat Bethany, and you got to clean up some of the errors that you saw in tonight's game versus Harrah.
All right, big thanks to Ashley, who's done a great job for us tonight. We appreciate
Thanks,
her
Ashley.
in the stead of the great Nate.
And Gabe, our great camera worker.
Yep, Gabe, who's the best. We appreciate him as well. Big thanks to all of them for helping tonight, everyone that helped with the setup here, and the crew who always does such a great job of the stream. Also, big thanks to Addison Scott back in our radio studios tonight at Classic Rock 104.5 for her help as well tonight as Blanchard improves to 4-0 on the season. Most importantly, 1-0 in district play with a hard-fought 21-7 win over Harrah. For Drake Vitito, I'm Todd Lisenby. We'll be back with you next Friday. I almost said Thursday. We do have a couple Thursday games coming up, but next week is Friday against Bethany from the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex in Blanchard. We hope to see you out there, but if you can't make it out there, don't forget you can watch every game right here on the stream at, remind me the stream again.
BlanchardLines.tv.
BlanchardLines.tv. I always want to say .com, but it's .tv.
You can also listen on 104.5
right.
Classic Rock, terrestrially on the dial if you're in the car, and you can also download the KRXO app that is available on all iOS, Android devices to listen anywhere in the world if you so please.
So that's coming up next week, and we look forward to seeing you out at Oscar Brooks Sports Complex, or we look forward to you taking in the game on the stream or on the radio next week. Final score again here from Harrah. Blanchard 21, Harrah 7. You've been listening to Blanchard Lions football.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber.